example of why is he a tether? Because he injects himself in Black American identity, right? Unasked, unruly, and he's literally he goes and has conversations with millions of white people, but he pacifies white people, essentially saying that the racism that exists, the hatred that exists, or the strife that exists in this country racially is the fault of Black Americans. It's their fault. And so therefore you have to let them heal and you have to let them get over slavery because they have to let them get over so that then that we can lessen this strife and we can move forward. He literally told Van Lane, the foundational Black American, to speak for Black Americans because he didn't have the sting of slavery.
Yeah, I don't agree with that.
But that's the point I'm talking about. So when we use for tether, we're not talking about all Black immigrants. That's stupid as fuck. That means we're talking about somewhere calm. We're talking about Black people that have come to Cicely Tyson, who were writers for us and respected our culture, and we love and we respect it. We loved and respected Cicely Tyson. Didn't even care that she came from the Korean. So we're not, or Harry Belafonte. Fucking Harry Belafonte is not a tether. We're not about them. We're only exclusively talking about motherfuckers like Emmanuel, Cynthia Ariza, and others and professors, Nigerian professors that come here and have professorships and they're on the internet, on Twitter or on X, calling us akatas, saying that we have a ghetto culture, that cultureless people. Those people that hold resentment towards us, people that have ire for us, people that have strife for us, and at the same time benefiting what our ancestors and what our people put down. That is a tether.
I don't rock with that coon ass shit. So when people say it, please, each time it's said, please have it to where people can recognize that part, right? Because that I don't agree with. I don't agree with coon ass behavior. I don't agree with, like I said, Black separatists. I don't believe in Black grifters or none of that shit. Like, we, at the end of the day, we all got the same common enemy, and we shouldn't be fighting amongst each other instead of figuring out ways to fucking better each other. That's the type of shit that I'm on. But when I hear people like Smooth and these other dudes in their spaces, it's all Black tethers. Yeah. It's tethers, right? And they don't explain it.
Well, that's what you are calling you that, brother, because they find you offensive and they find your rhetoric offensive because you're obtuse, right? You'll say, you may say, many of those who are of foreign descent, oh, I respect Black Americans delineating. I respect Black Americans having their own thing. You default to racial and ethnocide of Black Americans. Like some of people can't articulate it, but no, that's not right. And it's the thing to be in solidarity, foundational Black American. We ask that when it comes to the Cinthivas, the Emmanuel Ultras, the Wandas, who is of Grenadian descent, talking about we don't deserve reparations when it comes to Joy Reid, who's on MSNBC, and she appears rallying reparations because President Obama, another tether, because he disrespects, because he has to a large degree for us. He plays in respectability politics to down our culture and us as the people. Even though he's married to an FBA woman, FBA children, he still has great deal of ire, bullshit, ability to put down our culture and to put down our people. So when you come up and stand in solidarity, what force us into this one Black monoracial identity, or at the same time while y'all celebrate your heritage, y'all celebrate your lineage, y'all celebrate history, but then when we attempt to celebrate ourselves, to heal ourselves in order to fortify our heritage, culture, and I think you start attacking us and you start harming us, and at the same time, children first come here to this country, their children, and they sit back and say we're cultureless people. So
as somebody that grew up in a heavily West Indian community in Brooklyn, right? With Black Americans and West Indians, right? Growing up, when it came to the children of the immigrants, right, that were born here, when we did try to celebrate our own culture and wave our own flags, we're told, oh, you guys are not trying to be American. You guys are not trying to fit in. You guys are not trying to do this. You guys are not trying to do that. But then when we
That's
do,
a fucking lie, man.
hold on.
You lying.
But when we
You lying, man.
Hold on.
That is a motherfucking lie, bro.
All right,
Because
did
I'm
you grow
coming
up in
from the
Brooklyn, or
East
did you grow up
Coast,
in the
my
outskirts of
nigga. You
Detroit?
can't run the game on me,
Did you
bro.
grow up in Brooklyn? Did you grow up where I grew
You
up?
guys
Or
were
did you
the
grow up in the
first to
outskirts?
delineate.
So,
We were out
alright,
there right
this guy
along with
talking,
you on the
interrupting.
Eastern Parkway.
Did you
We
grow
was
up?
right along
Hold on,
with you
did you
celebrating
grow up?
these
Answer my question. Did you grow up?
Caribbean
Did
events
you grow up around black
and things
immigrants?
like that, brother.
Oh,
So
did
don't
you
go
grow up
there
in-
with
no, you
that.
didn't. You grew
We
up in
was
Detroit.
right with you,
So-
waving your
so
flag,
once-
nigga.
so
Fuck
once
is wrong
again-
with you?
So once again, you interrupting. You don't know shit. So, but then when we say,
You gonna tell me what I don't know, brother?
So, hold on.
Again, man, this is an ignoramus nigga, man.
Hold on. So
Go ahead
Your
and land
family,
your plane.
Fathom, he's talking too much anyway. Ain't saying nothing,
Let me
man.
land my plane. But then when we
Nah,
do,
man, you
then
done
when we,
here.
then
You
when
done
we
here,
do
man.
say,
Bye.
then when we do say, you know what, fuck it, we will take on the American culture. We will take on American customs, American music, this and that, and the third. Then we get called tethers. Then we get called, oh, you trying to be
That's
like
a
us.
fucking lie, man. That's why you lying, man?
Hold
Why
on,
you lying
King.
like
Hold
that,
on,
man?
King. Hold on.
Hold on, this guy got a Jew flag in this thing, and he calling me a liar.
Nigga, I broke your jaw, motherfucker.
No, you won't. No, you won't.
Go ahead and
Not at all.
land, Drew.
No, I'm
Phoenix,
no,
you're up
I'm
next.
landing. So Top Boss, I appreciate you clarifying what tether coon, same shit in my eyes. But I ain't no fucking tether. I'll tell you that shit to your fucking face. I ain't no fucking tether. And I damn sure ain't no fucking coon. So the
Yes,
Warren
you
Williams
are,
of the
man.
world,
Yes,
the Joy
you are,
Reid,
Tether.
I don't rock with none of them. Because they're fucking coons.
But you really didn't listen to Top Boss.
No,
He
I
said
heard
your
everything what he said.
actions.
And I
Your
told him I
actions
agree with what
qualify
he
you
said.
as a tether, and your actions in these spaces, brother, cause you to be a tether because of the actions, the words you speak,
like
the things you say. Those are actions.
Motherfuckers like you.
Oh no, I'm not ignorant, so please don't run that game on me, brother. Please don't run that game on me. People understand and know who I am, homeboy. Yeah. And ignorant is far from the description of me. Yeah, I'm ignorant because you choose not to listen to those of us who have knowledge and understanding of the subject that you lack knowledge of. But I'm ignorant though. But everything that you say and everything that you have fucking spoken upon has been a contradiction.
No, not really,
my brother.
Not really.
Contradiction. If you're not a tether, then as the brother explained to you eloquently, then stop acting like one.
How am I acting like one?
Do you understand that? Is that not? Is that or is that too ignorant for you to grasp?
Real quick.
Is that too ignorant for you to grasp, Drew?
Real quick, my people. Phoenix has been waiting for a while. We want to get to the queue. We want to give everybody a chance to speak and give their perspectives. Phoenix, go ahead. Kate, you're next, and then King.
Oh, see y'all. How y'all doing? Shout out to the space. Shout out to everybody in the bottom. TDT been letting people get themselves together. I like it. I don't understand why people are using the complexion as a disability. They're using this to gatekeep. And it's crazy. I hate to think it's just, is it people under 35 whose parents was the whole pro-African community, the pan-African people that was raised by the people that was raised by the people that was raised by the people that was fucking with my grandparents the whole time? Jamaica and Haiti arguing with other Americans that they call black over who's black American. Last I checked, the Caribbean and all that shit was in the Americas. Remember back in 2016 when Haiti was trying to join the African Union? And the African Union was like, y'all niggas is American. Can't come over here. It's sweet, you feel like that. And do they ever think that their constitution got changed in 1986 when they got rid of Duvalier? And they added African heritage will now be taught as part of history of Haiti? So to a fault, a lot of them forgot a lot of shit, but I remember a lot of the Pan-Africans and the ones that screaming the loudest. FBA, we foundational, was the biggest Pan-Africans. I've been around a long time and I've been an Indian for 50 years. So since dial-up internet, you can look at all my digital receipts and see me talking about this same shit that I hear foundational Black Americans using that's really Indian talking points. But they ain't calling themselves Indian. I know my grandma said it ain't what they call you, it's what you answer to. And these niggas is walking themselves off out the country. They being facetious by saying they not African Americans, but calling themselves Black American. And by law, Black American means African American. That's why the two go together, one or the other. That's why they go together in law. I don't remember seeing nobody back in 2015, 2016 applying for grants, loans, or anything as an American Indian or a Negro. Definitely not a freedman, because Ta-Nehisi Coates and them had that motherfucking ramshackled ass reparation shit they put together. It was all in the Atlantic. It was all over the place. Y'all remember that? When Ta-Nehisi Coates had like one nigga named Jamal Johnson and there was 4,000 Mbuntu scratch your booty ass names. Y'all forgot? Tariq Nasheed ain't forget. It was 100,000 motherfucking signatures on there. And all these people were talking about being misclassified. And I found that interesting because we got our petition and we spoke for everybody. And it's clear a lot of y'all don't know the history because all these ancient maps of these American Indians include the West Indies. Y'all really know the history? Who was y'all people? Show me who was Black American in the Revolutionary War. I heard somebody say that earlier. Show me, sir. Because we going to show where there was some European defectors from the side of the British that was ended up working with George Washington and them, and they're from somewhere else, whole European, and they Black. So what Black American are you? What kind of Black American? When did Black get here? Who did Black come with? And who did Black come from? Black and white come from the same place, and they come from Europe. They was calling each other that when they was having a civil war. And then that population of people with the small hats and the Shirley Temple sideburns that done took over everybody's land everywhere all over the fucking world. You know them people, you can't mention their fucking name. But those people that got kicked out of their own homeland, have no place to go, brought Black and white with them. The slaves came with God. We gonna walk through the etymology? Y'all can do the work. The space is recorded. You can play it back. The slaves came with God. God is German. Go look it up. And God was with the slaves wherever they went when they got kicked out. So it's a lot of people playing colonizer right now. They going back to 1850. You got these freedmen, which is 1865, excuse me. 1865 don't prove shit. Because are you a 1808 cut off African descent? And you calling yourself foundational? You didn't start off, if you started off Black, your folks probably look like Donald Trump and not Wesley Snipes. If y'all started off Black in the 1600s, y'all came the same way the Slavs came. Now, Africa been talking about reparations, and this is what you say you want. Africa been talking about reparations since 2008. And this is why you had all these other grifters in between. They wanted reparations for African slavery. Yvette Carnell and them, the Indians beat their ass to American descendants of slaves. Because when they came to African Americans, ain't Africans talking that ate us, African descendants of slaves, we had the numbers already. And when they're talking about these Africans, they're talking about the white, not none of you niggas. And if they are talking about you niggas, you got scars on your face and they tell you what tribe you came from. And if y'all came from a place that was Muslim dominated, they're going to mention your daddy name. When it comes to Jamaica, I heard somebody say they ain't got no treaty. They ain't that nigga. They was the first niggas in Jamaica, in America, in the Americas to beat these motherfucking pilgrims' asses. I heard somebody say these to the dude Drew that they ain't had no treaty. I'm out the post Cujo treaty, and you ain't never fucking seen no treaty like this shit where this nigga Cujo promised the British if any white man breaks any of these laws, y'all not gonna be able to count the carnage. There ain't no nigga, no Indian, nobody talk no shit like that to the white in no motherfucking treaty. Let's keep it a band.
Facts.
They ran the whole African charade on them too. You can look at their slave records. You got Creole. One Igbo with 3 chops on his motherfucking face. They get $1.50s on their faces, babies. They get hit with the razor. Distinguishing marks. What their name gonna be, why they there in Jamaica, where they came from, the shit they sailed in on and all that. You also see the Americans that's getting sent over there, and you see the American Indians that's leaving. Yeah, let me put the treaty up. Niggas is sitting here arguing about shared history and don't know that if you really had solutions, you'd know how to give everybody something to do their homework on, because niggas is listening to lost niggas. These niggas been lost the whole time, and I know, because I've been chasing these bitches since I was 12 years old. Who the fuck are y'all niggas? I hated all these motherfuckers. I done grew through the Farrakhan. I done been through all of them. I can't stand them. Because they all tried. You couldn't be something in the conscious community or in the black community unless you was some foreign shit. Now everybody want to talk about what belong here. And these is the people or the descendants that ain't fight for nothing that was here before a lot of them came. So hiding behind 1865 ain't real right with it.
What?
Yeah, 1865, where's your foundation at? Right? Because my people was the first people they called black. Right? Opie Chankano in the 1600s was talking about don't be calling us black boys. Right? What we talking about? You had half white Osceola. Right? Seminole. What are we talking about here? Well, what you found in your genealogy, you don't have to minimize somebody else. The real motherfucker know how to show everybody that's oppressed how to get to the fruit. Right? If you really love black so much, you would know how to point the Haitian motherfuckers to their constitution. Right? Because they shit is formed after our shit here. 1804. And it was fine up until 1986. Jamaica been getting bamboozled. There was a bunch of Scottish people sent there, a bunch of Europeans there, and a whole bunch of crypto motherfucking Jews. Same thing that happened over here. Now, where the rest of these folks hiding at? 2 generations ago, they looked like Donald Trump, and right now, they look like me. About what's really in their gumbo, and who the people are, and what they was doing. 1865, when niggas was getting naturalized, if you had to get naturalized, what does that mean? What wasn't natural about you already? Where was you at that you lost your civil status? Where was you at? What, did you lose your status just because you were a slave? Or did granddaddy steal a motherfucking horse? Did he take a hog? What's the real reason? Freedmen, I heard him talking about the freedmen. Well, why y'all ain't mad at Fisk University? Where was y'all? Where was y'all in the last 10, 15, 20 years even? Where was your parents talking about the Bank of Glasgow and all these Irish Scottish people that got the shit. Y'all niggas talking about Black History Month, rubbing Frederick Douglass, one of the complicit motherfuckers, in our face the whole time. Y'all ain't know shit about Marcus Garvey being no goddamn but don't care about the Americas. Like they all didn't change. Everybody in the Americas, the Latin Americans, you got the motherfucking North American, everybody in the Americas got they shit took. Same way niggas is watching Africa split in two. They still got slavery going on. And where was the original Africa? Didn't that start with the Europeans? It started with them, didn't it? Y'all want to pull up the receipts? 1865, when you got naturalized. Let me see your naturalization records. Pull them shits up. When y'all got here. Points when we the fucking first people that was called black, first people called colored, first people, right? And other people had to include themselves, in what we had going on. So who the tether is for real? Who's the tethers? Everybody was misclassified. That's what it sound like. But couldn't nobody get behind what's for the misclassified. Niggas want to sit here and waste time talking shit to other motherfucking people that got the same shit in common, right? Y'all don't know nothing about the OAS treaties and what treaties belong to you. Y'all can read them all the fuck you want. Is your granddaddy or your grandma's signature on them motherfuckers? Can you tie yourself to that particular body of people that the treaty signatories was in charge of? That they were subjects under? Y'all niggas ain't gonna tell the truth. Y'all listen to a motherfucker with lip gloss that was a whole Pan-African trying to get niggas to move to Zimbabwe 11, 12 years ago? Who paying these niggas?
Preach.
Who paying these niggas? Keep motherfuckers on the hamster wheel. You motherfuckers ain't doing no genealogy. You can't be. You ain't found your cousins yet? Without the DNA? Ain't no new Indians. Either you related to the ones who land they stole, because ain't no free. Well, you better be able to prove it. You a U.S. freedman, and if you not, you one of the 5 civilized tribe freedmen, you better go over there and fight. You better go over there and fight.
Sister? Where you from?
I'm from New York.
You FBA?
I'm not FBA. I'm American Indian.
All right.
I'm poor monkey and Chickahominy. My folks was here when everybody came.
Preach, Phoenix.
I've been doing genealogy for a long time. I can't believe y'all sitting here yelling. Where y'all niggas ain't read A-Drip? Y'all don't remember the Pan American Games? Nigga, it was us against everybody else. And to themselves, people used to be able to handle their shit. Now they not handling their shit. And they got other black people in their motherfucking motherfuckers how to get free. Why y'all lying? Niggas is cashing out off of the same old grift, and they ain't no different than the white man with this bullshit. Let's get the receipts. Go get your leader. Go get your motherfucking chief. Right? This is Phoenix Moon, and I've been talking this shit Not no fantastic Moorish paperwork.
We appreciate you. Ooh-wee. All right. We
Man,
got
that was a
Kay
sermon
up
right
next.
there.
Kay, we got you up next. Pronounce your name for me, sweetie. I don't want to butcher it.
Shout out to Ashley and the TT. So much for the one and only. Your fake super. How you doing? Glad to see y'all on put faces. How's everybody been chilling? I see you met one of my OGs. Shout out to Phoenix. You know, he's a bag of boy. You got it. I will follow up just like that. Call and say hey and see if somebody.
Now you sound better.
Yeah,
Well,
you
it's
sound
super. How
crazy.
y'all doing? I love you. I see you. ATDT boo. My big homie, there go one of them, Phoenix Moon. And shout out to her for helping with genealogy one day at a time for over 16 years. And you niggas ain't asked her to help you with your grandma and grandpa yet. Those things I'm talking about, yeah, I'm talking to you.
Yeah, I don't know. You sound kind of muffled. It's hard to hear you, but we love you,
It's
my
hard
Yeah,
to
mom.
we
hear
can't hear
you.
you. I don't know who you were talking to. I don't think
Yes,
nobody does.
I think your mic went out,
smooches,
sister.
smooches.
Kay, I think your mic went out.
Now, mute it up real quick.
Gotcha. Go ahead, Nye.
Yeah, nah, I
Nye,
think
you
she's
there?
still messed
Now
up in the game.
let somebody else rock out. Ashley, I'm in the middle of something real quick. I'll be back in like 2 seconds.
I got you. I think it was King. King, you got it.
Yo, thank you. How you doing tonight, family? All right, so I have a problem with the Jamaican guy. What is his name already? Drew Carter. I can do it with aggressiveness. This guy is too much aggressive with Black Americans. I don't understand why. You said you're not a tether, but you're way too more aggressive. All right, so it's a problem for me. It's a problem for me because it's like, like you're jealous of something. I think it's jealousy. Okay?
The
So,
fuck is this nigga talking about?
I have
nigga,
no
shut up.
Nah, let him land. Let him land.
Go
Let
ahead.
him land.
Yeah,
No,
no,
let
no,
him
no.
land. Let him
Let me
land.
cook. Let me cook. Let me cook.
Let him
Let me
land, brother.
cook.
Let
Let
him
me cook.
land. Let him
I'll let
land.
you
Let
land
him
because this nigga
land.
ain't talking
Let me
nonsense.
This ain't no echo chamber. Hold on. This ain't no echo chamber. We're gonna let everybody get their point out. All right. Let him land, and you can address it later.
Nah, I'll let
Go
him
ahead, kid.
land. I'll let him land. I'll let him land.
I'm not even going to address the Jamaican guy because they're not even a factor to me. So I want to talk to my FBA family. Okay, so I was born in France. I'm originally from West Africa. I'm 50 years old right now. So
How are you FBA?
I'm not FBA. Just told you.
FBA family.
I'm originally from West Africa, Ivory Coast. So shut up and listen. All right. So now,
Brookfoot ass nigga, man.
Man, you're goofy. I know you're kind, man. I know you're kind. You're going to troll? You want to troll? Okay, the floor is yours. Go ahead.
No, I'm not gonna troll, but you coming
So
up
shut
here.
up.
You coming
Shut
up
the
in here
fuck up,
talking
man.
about I'm being aggressive
Shut
towards
the
Black
fuck up.
Americans. Well, you
Okay, go
clearly
ahead,
missed.
go ahead,
You
go ahead.
clearly missed what I said. I said I don't
Go
have a
ahead.
problem with Black
Okay,
Americans.
okay, go ahead. Troll. Troll.
I said I never said I ain't never had a problem with Black Americans. I ain't got no problem with nobody that's trying to be
I heard
proud of
what you say.
themselves.
Are you going to let me talk? Are you going
just
to
told
let
me to
me
let me
talk?
go. I guess English is not your first language.
I don't give a fuck about English, man. I don't give. You know what? I'm like you. I don't like you, Jamaican. Oh, English is not your first language. You're just jealous of FBA family, man. And I'm African, and
No, I'm not even jealous of FBA. I grew up here.
You're fucking
Born
jealous. You know it. So
you're from
let
France.
me talk. Let me
you
talk.
You don't even know what the hell we talking about.
Oh, Dorker, Ashley, can I talk?
Go ahead,
Go
bro.
ahead.
Stay
You got it.
focused.
Go ahead.
You
You
gonna
got
let
it.
me troll me? Okay.
Man, stay
Okay, let's go ahead.
focused, man. Go ahead.
All right. Okay, so the problem is jealousy. The problem is jealousy. Africans, Jamaican, Caribbean, Puerto Rican, they're very jealous of Black American. And I'm catching hell with my family, with my African family on Twitter because of that, because I'm running hard for you. They're fucking jealous. They're going to talk, oh, we have the maroon, like we did this. I'm talking about right now. Right now, you're rolling with the Puerto Rican. In LA, you're always with the Mexican. You're always rolling with our enemy. You're rolling with FBA's enemies. That's the truth.
Bro, you don't even live in LA. You don't even live in America.
Shut up.
How the fuck do you know what's going on in America when you've never even been here?
Ashley.
You've never been here. Stop watching YouTube and think you know what's going on in America.
Hold on, fellas, listen, hold on. Where's that keep going? We gotta let everybody land their plane. I know we want to, go through the back and forth, but we can't hear y'all when y'all talking at the same time.
I'm gonna go on mute, but I'm gonna rebut.
Fine, brother, but let him finish. Let him land his plane.
Jamaican want to talk shit.
Go ahead.
Jamaican.
Go ahead. Stay focused. Stay on your point, King. Let's get it.
All right. So this Jamaican, this Puerto Rican in New York, always riding with the Caribbean, with the Puerto Ricans, all the anti-black racist Latino, because they want the Latino coochie. That's the truth. They want these light-skinned, black Spanish bitches. This
is the land that y'all want him to point?
Shut up, man. Shut up. You know I'm telling the truth.
Oh, this is the land that y'all want
I'm telling the truth.
Yo,
you know
King,
I'm cooking.
You gotta come on.
You know I'm cooking.
Finish.
All right. All right. Okay, so the problem is jealousy. Okay, Black American, they're different than other Black people on the face of the earth. They're literally the only Black people that stay in the core for 500 years. 500 years of slavery in winters, in horror. It was a horror movie. These Jamaicans, they want to act like they're so tough. Oh, we're from the Caribbean. Man, I'm African. 50 years ago, my mother was in Africa. Okay, my mother was in Africa 50 years ago. You can tell me shit, Drew. You're going to have to respect protocol. You're going to have to respect Black American. You're going to have to respect Friedman and FBA. All right? I think Black Americans are way too cool with you. They're way too patient because they have the numbers, they have the culture, they have the talents, and they have the drive. What you bring to the table beside your flag, Jermaine flag, waving flags, okay, dance souls. Is that it? Is that all you bring in? You're going to have to respect Black American, man. I'm telling you, because outside New York, you're nothing. You go to LA, California, Detroit, New Orleans, you're nothing. Okay? You have the number.
Are you done yet?
Wait, I just want to add that the Jamaican flag,
shut up.
The Jamaican flag is the same flag as the Scottish flag and the American.
I don't care. I don't care about that. I'm not talking about the Scottish.
American
I don't care about the
flag.
Order in the court. Hold on, King. You got 30 more seconds. You got 30. Hold on.
Yeah.
Hold on, King. King, you got 30 seconds to land, and we're going to get some new speakers.
Yeah, no doubt. The man just sat up here and lied.
Okay, you got to relax.
The Jamaican midget, not an interrupt. All right, so you got the numbers in New York. That's why you're talking shit. And Black Americans are way too passionate for your bullshit. All right, you're going to get raised right now. I'm telling you, you're done. You're done, man. And it's jealousy, it's tribalism, it's colorism. That's your culture. So you're going to have to shut up. Why are you doing it? Why are you here? Why are you in there?
All right, mother.
What do you want, man?
All right, mother sucker. Your 30 seconds is up. So first off, you're South African.
You bitch midget. You fucking bitch midget, Jamaican bitch midget.
Shut up. Your 30 seconds is up.
Your 30 seconds is up. All right, first off, you're South African. You're not even from the Ivory Coast.
I don't give a fuck, man. First off, you sat here and lied.
You do the
I don't give a fuck what you say, man. No, listen, I don't like these people, man. I don't really like these people, man.
All right, so first off, you're South African. You're not even from the Ivory Coast. So you sat up here and lied to tell people who you are. And then you're not even from America.
You're not even from America. I'm from Ivory Coast.
You've never been here. You learn your English from white Europeans.
Yeah, we know. We know. You're gonna troll. Yeah, we know.
Right. We know. You sat up here and lied. You're from South Africa.
I brought some facts, man. I brought some facts.
All right.
You're just hurting right now.
Why are you interrupting me?
You're disgruntled, man.
Why are you interrupting me? Why are you
because you're disgruntled, man.
Both of y'all interrupted each other, so I don't want to hear you crying, Kay.
No, but I got quiet.
Hold on, Kay. No, you didn't. Hold on, Kay. Hold on. No, you didn't. but we still gonna clear the way for you to rebuttal. You got 30 seconds to rebuttal, but I want to hear some new speakers. Manson been had his hand up for a minute. Hurry up.
It's not even going to take me 30 seconds. It's not even going to take me 30 seconds because the man sat up here and lied and said he was from Ivory Coast when he's really from South Africa. Second off, once again, let me repeat myself once again, right? I have no problems with Black Americans. I have problems with Black separatists who try to weaponize their struggles against other Black people. That's my issue.
They have to weaponize, man, because you're a fucking traitor. They have to weaponize. Bro,
you're not from America.
They have to.
You're not even from America.
You're not from America. You're Jamaican.
30 seconds.
Jamaican
30 seconds, Drew. King.
All right, I'm good.
Let him land.
I'm good.
Okay, who next, Ashley? Who next? Let's get some new voices in there.
It's Master's next.
All right, yeah, peace and blessing. How y'all doing? I just want to say that I told it saddens me to see us in this condition. You know, now I'm from here. I don't call myself America. I say like Malcolm, I'm a victim of America and Americanism. But if someone does agree with your thinking, I'm not saying you're on the panel because you all have been pretty great and respectful. I'm talking about people like Tariq, who I call the Fuhrer, like Hitler. You know, if you don't agree with their thinking, it's disrespect and cracking jokes. I watched one sister on there yesterday, Debbie. We have many walks of life. Some of us are Democrats, some of us are Republicans. But the way he degraded that sister, talked about her breast, talked about her bending over, and just degraded her. And when I went on there and said, as a brother, I'm for separation. I don't like white people. I don't want to be around them. I'm an agent. So this is the thing. We can work together. Those of us who, if you want to call us Pan-Africans, who want to unite with Africa and unite with African people around the world, we don't have to be fighting each other. We can work together and help each other. All of the ignorance and fighting and disrespect and racial epithets that he's throwing out there, making fun of culture, is ignorant and it's not right. And and I'm a Black man, been working in my community all my life for 35 years. You know what I'm saying? But I happen to love Africa and can appreciate Africa. So where's the work being done on mass incarceration? Where's the work being done for the dysfunctional Black families? You know, when we see 70% of all marriages end in divorce, Black women are the least to get married. That's a problem when the Black family structure took it down. Problem with our youth. You understand what I'm saying? Problem with in our community, Africans, and I'm not excusing ignorant Africans, no excuse for that. But we in our community, you got an invasion by Poo Poo, the Indian, you got an invasion by Mr. Chan, you know what I'm saying? You got invasion by Koreans, all these people in our community. How many soul food restaurants, FBA restaurants do you see in a Chinese neighborhood? You don't even see that. So this problem bigger than just dealing with what you would call a tether. You know what I'm saying? And if you want to do the right thing, you don't bring us together by signifying and demeaning another man's culture. You know what I'm saying? Like that young brother this week when they attacked that Caribbean brother. That was disrespectful. It was uncalled for. Because he had
no culture, brother. They have no culture. It's tribal.
No culture, but yet reggae music is the biggest music in Africa. But no culture.
Bro, can I land my plane, sister? I didn't even get to land my plane. It doesn't matter about. We're not talking about no goddamn culture. We talking about a man that was having a sign. This man wouldn't attack him. If he take his dumb ass to jail, Tariq Nasheed ain't gonna have no money for bail, ain't no money to put on this book. Another Black man lost in the sauce over nothing. That's ignorant. We don't have to demean no culture. We should be in a redemption business, not condemnation business. You know what I'm saying? And there's plenty of work. Now I want to see what work you're doing. What work are you doing for Black people? We're working on mass incarceration. And
you got a good heart, brother. You got a good heart. You're too good, my brother. Trust me. Yeah. These people, they don't like you. These African, these Caribbean, brother, they don't like you, man.
Bro, let me tell you something, brother. Don't speak for me because I have been around Africans most of my life, and I've been shown nothing but love and respect.
I'm African. I'm telling you, they don't like you.
I said you can't, bro. You can't tell me that because I've been around Africans.
King. Let him speak.
You can't.
How a nigga that from France gonna tell what's going on in America?
I'm saying, brother, and you're not helping the situation, my African brother, because you can't villainize all your people like that. Because I have met plenty of good African brothers that have took me in their family and embraced me. You know what I'm saying? So I don't see it like that, and they're good people here. So the question is, we're not going to get anywhere because listen, you only want to deal with 43 million people in America. African people are in the billions. So you don't want to isolate and condemn them. You do say, even Tariq said, you got to trade. You can't trade with someone making fun of Goosey Soup and making fun of Jollof rice. You don't got to do all that. Let's sit down and have conferences and dialogue with each other so we can get them, as you would put it, acting on code, and we act on code with each other. You don't get the way by frivolous jokes. Like he made fun of me, made mockery of my weight, did all this other stuff. It's just childish. And it's disrespectful. And so
Black American tried for nearly 60 years to trade with us, with African. Africa don't want to,
bro. Until you recognize that you're South African.
I didn't get to finish. I don't know how much I get.
No, go ahead,
first
man,
of all,
you slightly long-winded, man. So you're giving out some good information, but these niggas got short attention span. So 30 seconds, you know what I'm saying, just to make a point stick.
First of all, Ahmed Secretary, Jomo Kenyatta, they did trade with us. They helped us. They embraced us. They took in many of our brothers who were Panthers here. So there's been good work done in Africa. Africa is still struggling, but we're not going to get anywhere pointing the blame game. We're not going to get anywhere denigrating each other's culture. We have to get together with understanding and unity. We can't even talk bitch ass, nigga, all the disrespect. Let's stop this foolishness, man, and get busy with doing so. I want to see what y'all going to do to get a black business open up, a black grocery store, a black farm, so we can, we can feed us. So we dying with hypertension, dying with diabetes, dying with strokes. We got people dying because they do a medical apartheid on us, going to experiment us on like Tuskegee experiment. We arguing on who's a tether and this and that. We dying every day in the streets. And ain't no African killing us over here. It's this goddamn blonde head, blue eye, hook nose, buttermilk complexion cracker who doing that to you. You arguing with an African brother. It makes no sense. African brother, stop degrading your people till you want to unite with FBI. You don't got to do that. Work on your people. Talk to them, but don't come on here degrading African brother. And I land my plane with that. Thank you.
Hey, hang on, y'all. Let me get in here real quick, man.
I want to.
Hang on, King. I got you, King. I got you, bro. I don't talk for long, man. First of all, man, we appreciate everybody for pulling up, man. Shout out to TDT, man. We appreciate y'all being here. It means a lot. I do want to say this though. In an ideal world, of course, we all need to be getting along. FBA, Jamaicans, Haitians, Africans, we all need to figure out how we can come to the table and unite. But let's not sit up here and forget how we got here. All right. I grew up in an area that was heavy populated from Caribbeans, Jamaicans, Haitians. And when I was growing up, I remember them telling me, okay, that they are not Black American. I remember them telling me the things their parents told them about Black Americans and African Americans, telling them to stay away from us. We have no culture. We're this and we're that. And then when Black Americans say, okay, if that's how y'all feel, then we're going to do this. And now everybody has an issue. Now everybody has a problem. Now y'all want to come and sit at the table and come up to some type of agreement. All right. And I'm not saying that's a bad thing, but I just want to stay on topic a little bit. Let's not forget how we got here, and let's not forget why Black Americans feel the way they feel. I just want to highlight that.
Real quick, my brother.
I'll let y'all get in, man. Hold on for a second,
I just want to respond real quick.
Hold on. You'll be able to respond real quick. Hold on, brother. Hold on. Chill out. Right? So as we move forward in this, hold on, sir. I'm talking.
Go ahead.
I got you, Drew. So we're not going to forget what happened in the past in regards to when you was a child, right? Like everybody got their little digs in, and everybody learned a little bit of a white man talking point to carry forth into their adulthood. But if we really gonna keep it a buck, man, we done got money, we done worked for, worked next to, we done had positive experiences and negative experiences with all different types of people. Right, so is it going to be we focus on the ignorance of each of these groups, or we going to focus on the people who actually stood tall? That's what I want to know.
No, Landslide.
Y'all can respond.
No, I'm gonna be real quick. Landslide, you know you my brother, man. Okay, and yes, I agree with you, but I just don't want a narrative to come out there that Black Americans are doing this for no reason. I don't want.
We know the reason.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, I agree with you. I'm in alignment with that. There's a reason. Of course, we know the reason because of the ignorant few, right? Like there's a lot of ignorance, especially among Africans, among Caribbeans, but we know there's a lot of ignorance among Americans, right? So, I mean, I understand, you know, us separating the ignorance and saying this is this group's ignorant people, this is this group's ignorant people. But I mean, at the same time, it's like we done got money together too, bro. Like I know too many situations where I've seen brothers from multiple cultures get money together, go their separate ways, and keep it chopping, keep it pushing. Had a handshake and everything. So I just want to make sure we balance out both sides. And I agree with you, AC. You got to be able to admit that it came from somewhere, and it's just not jealousy or anything like that. It's actually Africans coming through and Caribbean people coming through and saying, we not y'all, we not like y'all, having white people talking points, calling black people like, I feel you, I understand that. It's also a generation that right now is like 60, 70 years old. What about the generation that's 20 and 30 years old that got a completely different experience, grew up with American culture, idolizing black people?
Hey, can I just say this real quick?
Hey, hold on, and Master, that was going to be my point, right? So I don't know how old you are, AC, right? But my mom came here in '83, right? When she came here, you know what I mean, she did the typical immigrant struggle, you know, work in homes, go to school, build herself up. But she never faulted Black Americans for how they treated her during when she was working and everything like that. So I don't know. She used to always tell me this, right? You're a Jamaican, but you're also an American because you're born here. But never forget that you're Black. Never forget that you're Black. So I don't know. Like the dude said, yeah, you might be talking about the older Jamaicans, you know, the 60, 70, 80-year-olds, right? That probably came here and was discriminated against. But you're not talking about the 40, 30s, and 20-year-olds that grew up here, went to school here, born here, had Black friends, you know what I mean, that a lot of times rebelled against our parents or our grandparents for even having that type of mindset.
Hey, can I say this real quick? Let me. I'm gonna land my plane, right? First of all, we don't romanticize Africa or the Caribbean, but God damn it, don't romanticize Black America either. Let me show you something, God damn it. My mother, everybody from here, so don't say I'm a tether. My mother had one cousin named Farrell, one cousin named Clark, right? And my cousin who was light skinned, they treated him better than the was dark skinned. All right, look at Tariq. Now, now Brandon, a heavy set brother, myself, a heavy set brother. You make fun of people's weight, talk about them. We don't treat each other right. So I can say yes, the Caribbeans did some bad things. Yes, Africans were arrogant, but don't act like we angels. I know a Jamaican girl. She came in our community, and they made fun of her. I was one of the people made fun of before I got enlightened. We made fun of her, so don't think they ain't make my little nephews who came from Africa. They made fun of them too. So it ain't about the blame game. It's not about the blame. White men sit back laughing. Look at these niggas arguing and fighting over who's a tether and they ain't getting shit accomplished. They ain't getting shit accomplished. So do not sit there and romanticize Black America like we don't do shit wrong too. I say it's with each other. Look at the way that man, look at the way that nigga, the Führer, degrades that sister. So when she bend over, it smell like chitlins. Making sexually joke, and everybody said this stupid ass Muslim dude, this boot licking ass Uncle Abdullah, he's up there and praise this man for being an angel. That's the sister. That's the FBA sister, what you would call her. I don't say that. And you get to talking about her sexually. And that's okay with y'all. How we treat our women ain't right. We call women bitches and all. We don't even. You say we treat Africans right. We don't even treat our own goddamn women right. We degrade them, bitch. This, hold this. Where the black men that leave our spot? Now I can say this because I'm one of you. So don't act like, don't romanticize Black America, and God don't romanticize Africa. The problem needs to be fixed. How can you sit there and tell me? I want anybody to ask, how can you sit there and tell me you are an angel to Africans and Caribbeans when you don't even treat your own woman right? You don't even treat your own mama right the way you're supposed to. So stop this nonsense. It's foolishness. I land with that.
Much love to everybody in the space. We appreciate the listeners. We appreciate everybody that has come up to speak. I think Miss Evans, is that you? Yes, Miss Evans, you're next. You got the mic.
Thank you. Shout out to the room and the space. Shout out to my cousin and mentor, Phoenix Moon. Definitely drew a line in the sand. We're in the title, so we're here. The American Indian, I think, gets so much different situations. Like we get so many people coming at us, or we find so many problems when we come into these spaces. Because I don't know if people understand, especially the younger generations, what we're talking about. One thing that I remember my grandma used to say, mean what you say what you mean. It takes on a new light in this generation because words don't really have meaning anymore. And on top of that, because of lookership and indoctrination and people making up words and making up new laws as we go along, we've gotten into this cluster where I think because things have lost meaning and the only thing they mean is what they've meant in the last 10 to 15 years, then here we are. You've never heard anybody in this room whose parents look like ours or grandparents or maybe for some of you great-grandparents because of the age situation, talking about that they have Native American in their family. You've heard them say they've got Indian in their family. That's what you've heard, right? For a year, this is not new. Okay, none of it, like this is not sliced bread. I'm not sure where we get this disconnect in history, but this is what our families said. It even became like a colloquialist because she got Indian in her family because of your hair grade and things like this, right? It was an actual thing, right? People believe nowadays that the word minority or DEI means Black. No, in the law, minority means the smallest group of people. Diversity, equity, inclusion means to include the smallest group of people. The exact same thing that's happening with DEI, affirmative action, is the exact same thing that happened to us with the unions. Because they bring people into your area, which I'm not even sure some of you guys understand that if your families have lived in an area for 200 years, your, what is the word y'all using these days? Amalgamation, your gumbo pot don't have that many things in it, okay? If this is the situation, we're talking about one group of people that's names were changed. And if any of y'all are really doing your genealogy, you will see that your grandparents, great-grandparents for some of you, their ethnicity changed several times throughout their one lifetime. One person. You'll notice they were one thing, then another thing, and then if you're actually doing genealogy and you look and see, well, what was the political climate at the time? Who was in office? What laws were there being changed in their area? Oh, this is why grandma became Black. Then she mulatto. Then she was Black or colored. And freedmen roles were usually associated to events. Let's just get that out there too. They were not associated to like ethnic identifications. There were things going on, right? So you'll find like medical records, Freedmen medical records, Freedmen bank record. These were events. Events are not ethnicities. These are things that happen to people. Slavery, an event. If your dad's a firefighter, he's not by ethnicity a firefighter. That's his experience. I like, we got to get back to the actual meaning of words. So that way when we have conversation, because we can just sit here and make it sound so cute. We'll be rhyming. There's some niggas rhyming earlier. It all, just flowing off your tongue. But like my granddaddy say, niggas who talk fast lie. Y'all going through it too fast. I posted a couple hours ago. Do we remember how babies were made? Do y'all? Because I'm confused with all of this ethnogenesis, primary, secondary people shit that I'm hearing in this room. What happened to us? Her, so they killed her, and what niggas next in line for the crown, and how many kids he got. It's probably because y'all Black Europeans, because anyway, y'all can go through Game of Thrones and tell me why all these niggas left their kingdom, why they ran around for centuries, all the rest of the seasons, right? Hiding who they were. Found out who they were, they'd kill them, right? So they had to hide who they were till they built up enough strength to come back for their kingdom, right? Y'all know that story. But when it comes to us, we're we're petri dishes and fucking jumbo pots and ethnogenesises and what nigga, who's your mama? Who is her mama? Who is her mama? See, because we here in America, we have records that can show that. When they were saying we ain't got no records, nigga, that's because there wasn't a vitalcheck.com. There wasn't a vital statistics office that your granddaddy and them could just mosey over to and pick up the last few years. That shit is here now. We're the blessed ones. We have the ability to right these wrongs. In real time, like real shit though. Just as clear as day as you know why Prince Harry ass married the girl and how many kids they got, nigga. How many kids do your grandmama have? Where are your cousins? Why are you donating to niggas on the internet and you don't even know if your auntie kids got shoes? Who's doing the next family reunion? Let's find these niggas' phone numbers. Guess what? Everybody has social media now. You ain't even got to find these niggas' phone numbers. Nigga, go look them up online. Y'all look up ops and docs niggas and don't even know where your family is. We're talking about humans with lives. Your grandmama and them didn't even move for 50 years and they didn't rent shit. You think they hard to find? Your black ass got $100,000 worth of fucking student loans and an apartment that you're renting, and you're the smart one. We have to get out of our head and go back. Y'all looking for the next best thing. Y'all praising babies when your grandmama and them is dying. They're killing our families with these vaccines and shit. You don't know them, they don't trust you. Get back home. Talk to your family. Crackhead aunties, uncles. Find out where your baby daddy at, nigga. Get it together for these kids. Find your lineage. Find your land patents. What do you own? What did your family own? Did they sell it? Because if you are one of our cousins, nigga, here in America, there's something that we all have that belongs to us. And unless we get back together and tie our family trees back together and get out of this bullshit that we own, thinking that because a nigga got the same color skin as you could be. I'm sorry. If you got enough money, go on over there and do it. But you have to take care of home first. I don't care if y'all don't like that shit. But if you're talking about repair, it needs to be just as cool as Beyonce tickets, nigga. It has to be just as cool as to get your genealogy together. Where are your people? All over this country. They spread us out. Where's your people? What did they call themselves? What did they lose? Who stole it? We're doing this. The group of people I rock with, that's what we're doing. And we literally just saw a woman, you wanna know why? Because she knows her 7th grade granddaddy and what he was doing in the area and how he affected the people of the area. Specifically, it wouldn't matter if she was the worst person in the world. That's her lineage. She's do that. And you know, like Phoenix posted earlier, it's a lot of y'all got Indian in your family. And I hear y'all here talking about Native Americans and weird shit and BIA and Chan and all this goo. Nigga, the BIA don't have nothing to fuck to do with us now. I don't know what means they have to start doing something with us tomorrow. My grandmama didn't have to deal with them motherfuckers. Why would I? She still is who she was. And it wasn't until Obama in 2013 with HR 4238, and I'm going to put it up here in the thing for you, took Negro out of law. You are now going to look up Tuskegee experiment, and it's going to talk about African Americans in 1920 getting bad vaccines. And y'all think this shit don't matter, that in front of us, they're changing legislation because niggas like us show up to court when they say the word Indian, like when we showed up in this motherfucking room when y'all posted the word Indian. We pulls up. Y'all better get y'all paperwork. And just like Phoenix said earlier, a lot of y'all that got Indian in you, but you're not Indians. So please stay where you are. I need everybody to fight for whoever you are, whatever resonates with you. It's the reason why grandma only tapping some of us on our fucking shoulder. If there's a reason, just like back in the day, everybody, nigga, she didn't call everybody in the room to pass out the money, nigga. She called a few of us. So there's a reason why some of y'all ain't got tapped on your shoulders. Stay black, stay strong. Whatever it is that you feel like you need to do that thing. Because when it comes to our people here, nigga, the fight's already happened. Already know. They are deporting Native Americans. right now. While y'all talking this Native American shit, nigga, American Indians are currently getting back their land. Okay? Not only that, family, dowries, companies paying them back, gifting them shit. It's all kinds of shit going on just for knowing who you are. It's amazing how it works when we decide that we actually give a fuck about our own ancestors, about our own grandmothers. That we out here dressed to the nines, nigga, don't know none of their names. I'm sad for all of us because I know a lot of us got ripped away from those experiences with CPS and mass incarceration. Because y'all could talk all that shit, but your jails ain't full of fucking Nigerians and Jamaicans and all these other people in this country. They're in their own jails in their respective places. And Jamaica, Haiti, guess what, y'all? Y'all in here talking all this shit and don't even know the history of these places. Do y'all know anything about the relationship between Mississippi and Haiti? Do we know? So if we did, what are we talking about? This government owes, let me be clear, too. It's another thing that y'all lost out on miscorrelation of words. The United States is not America, and America is not the United States. America is the landmass in which the United States corporation sits upon. Okay? So the United States corporation owes Americans, which, by the way, citizenship is different than being an actual American. So it's a lot of citizens in this goddamn room. It's not a lot of Americans in this room. And that's okay. Being a citizen is okay. And guess what? Nations don't have one color. Not nations. Got to get back to the basis of what words mean, guys. And understand that there's no premise under law that allows you to walk in on how you feel and walk out with no bag. That's not how it works. It y'all be good.
Can I get in the queue? Can I get in the queue?
Appreciate you, Miss Evans. That was really good, and I think it was a Black God that was next. Go ahead, you got the mic.
May I get in the queue, please?
Who is that?
This Top Boss. I'm asking to get in the queue.
Yes, right after. Oh no, you were here first. Go ahead.
Yo, hold on. Listen, her long soliloquy, even though the information was great, is not a reason for all y'all to have a long soliloquy. All right, we got people that want to speak. Keep it short, keep it sweet, make your points. Let's get it, baby. The darker truth in the building, you heard? Let's get it.
Do I go or is it my turn?
Yes, you got it, Top Boss. Go ahead.
Yeah. I want to say this. No, a lot of what she said was completely.
Hold on, Black Guy. It's Top Boss. Go ahead, Top Boss.
Yeah, a lot of what she said was not factual. What she talked about our ancestors being indigenous, I absolutely agree with her. Whether they call themselves, they said Indian, they did all that. I agree with that part. But trying to tie our reparations in with everybody else and Haiti and all that, they have their fight. They can go. They have CARICOM. They can go to France.
No one said reparations was going to Haiti. I never said that.
No, I'm saying that
this is what he do. He create fake create fake arguments so he can run his mouth for the next 10 minutes.
Here we go. Everybody in their
Hold on, Miss Lady. Let him finish, Miss Lady. You got to talk for like 5 minutes. Miss Lady, you got to talk for 5 minutes uninterrupted. Let him finish his statement, and then you can rebuttal.
Yeah. So I digress from that point.
To be fair,
and now they're coming off their mic. I don't know what's going on.
My apologies.
No, I was just gonna say
one mic on love. One mic on love.
She said it was, to be fair, it was on Black first. So let's do Black first and then go to top. Go ahead, Black.
Okay, so peace to everybody in the how do you call it here, space, I guess. I'm new, so I was trying to listen to make a better opinion. You know, I'm from Europe, but I like to have these conversations with you. You know, because I consider all of you my brothers and sisters, even though some of us don't see each other necessarily like this. My point is, I think we have to put everything into context. If we are speaking about the original black man, we do know that the original black man inhabited every part of the continent of the planet Earth. So wherever you go, you will definitely always find indigenous people who was already there, and for centuries, thousands of years, even millions of years. So that's nothing new. So the point that you're trying to make when you say that black people are indigenous to America is certainly true. Now there is also another part who came actually from Africa, maybe not as much, but they still are who came from Africa. So that's also a reality to consider.
Yes, it is.
Further, when we're talking about reparations, I think our first enemy is the Europeans, because they made the most money of it and they're still making money of it. So whether we are from Haiti, whether we are from Brazil or from America, I think we all deserve reparations. At different, we have different, how can you say it, like, we have different contexts, of course, historical context and different type of culture that we make up, but still we all need reparations. But I do agree that black people who are in America should have a specific way of demanding, because their history, as I am taught, as my teacher is the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, who I learned a lot from him, and what I learned by studying the black people in America is that your history is very specific and very long and very a lot of suffering was involved in it. Not that we here in Europe or maybe in Africa didn't have the same suffering, but I think that in terms of the longest and the strongest people who endured slavery and suffering, I think that you guys did it the most, to be honest. So I think you deserve your reparations, but what are we going to gain if we keep that energy to divide each other, rather to put the energy to unify each other and to fight who against the real enemy, who is the Caucasian? Because we can fight each other, as we probably will continue to do for a moment, but they still make money off of us. Like America has not even give you $1 ever since slavery started. Not even $1. Like the Jewish people received how do you call it? Like reparations. Some Indians, as they call themselves, received some forms of reparations. The Japanese, the same. You black people who are in America for the longest and who built actually the country never received not even $1. And the first thing they're trying to make now is to turn your hate that you should justify. How do you say that you must have? They want to turn it to the first enemy that you can touch, and that's the immigrants. You know. So I have family who actually came to America and who live in America, and what they told me was that black people in America who are actually from America for the last 400 years are actually savages or criminals, because that's the stereotype that they give and that they project from you to the world and everybody who's trying to come into America. So that's why you have this divisiveness among black people in America. If I am a Nigerian and I'm come from Nigeria, I have a different culture. I come in, I want to meet my brothers from America. The first thing that I hear is, yeah, don't hang out with them because they are savages, they are criminals, they only smoke crack, they only sell drugs, they prostitute their own women, or they kill each other. That's the most thing that you will hear. So naturally, I will try my best to not hang with my own brother, my own flesh, and my own blood. So there is different tactics who are actually being used, and that's not the first time that I heard it, because I have family actually there, and they told me this. So I know for a fact that the government is actually dividing, helping to divide the people. So I'm not saying that everything, our own divisions will be established, will be unified, like resolved. That was the word I was looking for, resolved in the coming years. But we should take step by step a process to actually try to fulfill that unity, because that's the only way that we will survive. And that doesn't mean that black people from America needs to come back to Africa. Oh, that doesn't mean that. But I mean, reparation and separation from the system of America should be first and primarily for the black people in America, I think, personally. And we in Africa, or different parts of the world, should unify, so that if we become a how do you call it, a world power, a superpower, we should galvanize our forces, our resources, and work together with the black people who live in Brazil and the black people in the United States and in the islands of the Pacific, because that's the only way we will survive. That was the only thing I was trying to say. And hopefully it helped some of us. Thank you.
Appreciate it, Black God. Top Boss, you're up next.
Yeah, I wanted to say, just, let's clarify one thing on real quick. The term freedman is not an ethnic identifier. We have to understand that when it comes to the OMB and the census, it doesn't go by ethnicity. In fact, Latinos tried this. They tried to identify themselves as an ethnicity, and shockingly, President Obama refused. He literally refused. And in fact, he instructed the head of the OMB at that time not to identify Hispanics or Latinos as an ethnic group. So when you look at the OMB, it's broken down into two categories: racial and nationality. So what we're asking for is that to be expanded, and we're asking for our status to be U.S. freedmen. Our status. People have to know nationality, ethnicity, and status in the United States of America within our laws. So you can be U.S. freedman status-wise and still be Creek, and still be Seminole, and still be whatever indigenous identifier you are. You can even, again, when we had the U.S. freedmen.
Cray, how would you go about identifying that?
So you said and you ask the OMB to put that status on there, to acknowledge the status on the census and on government documents, but just like they did with African Americans.
Tie yourself to a freedman, and in your ancestry, how would one do that?
Yeah. So U.S. freedmen basically said that it was those who were descendants of U.S. chattel slavery and freedmen, and those who were free, who had free status. That's it. That's how you tie yourself to that. And then we have to argue to the government.
Real quick. I just want to make sure I understand. So you're saying,
oh my God.
I know, because listen, if we were going to court, you can't just say that and then everybody be like, oh, okay.
And then I never get what I say, and the moms go, okay, you're done. You can't talk anymore.
Hold on. I mean, he has a point. Whoever was talking, we did let you talk for a minute.
I'm sorry. I'm just asking a question. My apologies.
I'm just try to let him land. Creed, you know what type of time it is, brother. We got a lot of people on stage, short attention spans. Go ahead and make your point, though.
See, I told you, ma'am. I told you. So, to the sister, real quick, you tie yourself to, you go to the government and you essentially say that these people that are U.S. freedmen, that are descendants of U.S. chattel slavery and freedmen, have had continuous harms done to them. That's how we tie that into reparations and all that. But nonetheless, I also wanted to say to the gentleman that talked about how Black Americans treat each other badly and how we do dirt and we demonizing diaspora. No. There's a difference. Black Americans, we don't go to other countries and engage in their politics and start to dictate to those peoples. We don't go to Nigeria and we don't start to get into politics in Nigeria and start saying, well, the Fulanis are right and you Yoruba and you Igbo are the you Igbos don't really even have a culture. Imagine if we did that. Yet they come here and do that. You had the goofy that ran for governor, I think, of the mayor of Austin, or he was running for the governor of Texas or some shit. I don't even know. He was running for a position in Massachusetts or whatever. He was a Nigerian immigrant. He said he was going to cancel Black History Month. He got Black Americans, we don't go to countries and practice that type of disrespect.
Is it me or is he going to Matrix?
You're in the Matrix, Top Boss.
That's our ancestors.
Can you hear me?
No, you're still in the Matrix.
You deep diving, brother. You scuba diving right now.
You might have to go out and come back in.
And that's why
that's my great grandma. It's too toxic. She wanted to cut you off.
Go ahead, Lo.
Can you hear me?
You were next.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I think we can hear you better.
Yeah, so they come here to this country. They came here and they created shit like the Shade Room. They created shit like media takeout. They literally used media propaganda, Hitler-like tactics. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now?
Yeah, bro. Wherever you moving to is fucking your mic up.
They use Hitler-like tactics in terms of.
You're back in the Matrix.
Yo.
You gotta stand, man. You moving around too much, man. Get by the window.
Hold on, top
Open the
boss.
window.
Hold on, top boss. Your head. You gotta shrink your head. Your head is in the way to reception. Let's get to the next person. When you shrink your head first, and come back. Yeah, let's go, Lo.
You gotta get off that fake IP address.
Or get off that Android shit.
Go ahead, Lo.
If you came in good faith, you wouldn't have to hide yourself on every platform. Let's move on.
Go ahead, Lo.
It seems like everybody is making a reference back to slavery, and I just want to make one thing clear here because everybody keeps talking about chattel slavery. As far as the United States goes, no state, because we're talking about a state-based system, no state ever distinguished the difference between a prisoner, a indentured servant, a subject of chattel slavery, and an employee, or however you want to phrase it. They were all documented as slaves. So just because you have a slave ancestor, that does not necessarily mean they were subjected to chattel slavery. You would have to go beyond that identifier of being a slave and find out the terms of their enslavement to determine whether or not they were a subject of chattel slavery. That's number one. Number two, I think that because of the conditions that we've been brought up in and the ideologies and doctrines that we've been taught, we look at this as an us or a we thing. The repair of the condition of these people, it's not a uniform thing. I say this all the time. Different things happen to different people at different times for different reasons. The U.S. government is not responsible for everybody's harms. And this is why it's important for us to separate from this unionized way of looking at ourselves and actually do the work and find out who your people were, what were the situations that they were in, and if they were harmed, who did them wrong. This is how I think we've adopted an ideology that tells us to look at the condition in a certain lens, while the people that actually committed the wrongdoings are being absolved of those wrongdoings because there's this uniform claim solely focused on the U.S. government when there were businesses, families that did families wrong. And I'm sorry, I keep saying this. There's no way in hell y'all can convince me that y'all actually doing the work of tracing your lineage and then go back to this group claim. Because if you were tracing your lineage, you would find the people that did your people wrong by name And there's no way you can see the people that did your people wrong by name and still think that you have to go outside of those people and unionize with the collective of people that you can't even find coming across in your lineage just because they have that identifier and they have a similar experience. We're adopting an identity based on that while actively ethnociding ourselves. Aside from that, I think that this argument that we're experiencing with Black immigrants is in the United States. Back to the person that brought up reclassification, we have not had an ethnic identifier. Black is just a race in the United States. It's not an ethnicity. So we have people who are racially Black coming into this country where they have an ethnic identifier in their country, but then they come to the United States where there is no ethnic identifier other than Hispanic. And we're talking about the way the federal government recognizes things. So they're put into a condition where they too have to check a race box. In their country, they didn't have to do that. Their ancestors didn't have to do that. But then they come to the United States and they're subjected to a race box because they don't have an ethnic identifier. While at the same time, us as Black people who only call ourselves Black because of our racial identifier are trying to make a claim to this race being an ethnicity. So there's like two things happening at once. You got people coming into a country where Black isn't an ethnic identifier, where they have that ethnic identifier in their country, while at the same time we're trying to make our race our ethnic identifier. But we're all the way the world sees it, racially Black, whatever the hell that means, whatever that means. And I just think if we stop listening to these people that are convincing us of what history took place and who is who, and everybody look at themselves in the mirror, like somebody else said earlier, talk to your family, do the due diligence, refer to the firsthand references of the state that you come from, the state that your family come from, to get a clear visual of what took place, where you belong, and who owes you. Your repair ain't my repair because we ain't go through the same thing. So I can't sit here and make sense of how a collective claim for repair will repair anything when it's separate conditions that got us to the point that we're at now. At the same time, that absolves everybody that's actually did the harms. It absolves them of those wrongdoings because now the government becomes responsible. Now the government has to pull assets from people who actually have a claim to the things within this country. Meanwhile, these businesses are still functioning. These people are still functioning and profiting off of our labor and our consumption. But they're the people that did your people wrong. And you too busy focused on the white man who ain't had shit to do with that situation. He might be in a situation as the same people, to be honest. But we wouldn't know that unless we figure out who is who. And when we make these references to who created the shade room and who created this or who created that, an entire ethnic group is not responsible for what maybe one family may have done. The same way if we talk about, I don't know, Black Americans having a specific culture that may be negative, every Black American is not responsible for that image. The same way we see people on TV who may make us look bad. Every Black American is not responsible for that. But when we look at things outside of the lens in which y'all claim the white man has taught us to, looking at things from a racial perspective, but really identifying people and who they are. But this whole we rhetoric, I understand a lot of us, the language in the laws was written in Old French, but we got to stop this. We don't have the same enemies at a minor scale, maybe at a larger scale, but at a minor scale, when it comes to the condition we're in, it's many different stories. And you're never going to actually find out who you are or who did you wrong if we keep running in this little we game.
Yo, shout outs to you, man. You laying some bold claims on the table. Man, everybody in the audience, you hear somebody that gives to something that you align with, make sure you follow them. Follow the left top corner. That's Rue, the creator of the space. This is the darker truth. Go ahead, Ashley. Get the line.
We've been having some real conversation in here today, and it's appreciated. We appreciate everybody that has stepped in, that have come to the mic, the people that's just been sitting back listening. The Dr. True appreciate the love. Bootlegger, you got something to add?
Yeah, absolutely. I love a lot of what the young lady just said. For the most part, I think I caught the essence of her message. Right. Of course, the Spirit of Regulations has dropped some things in my spirit. I shall bring them to the stage. I'll start with the 2 chapters, verses, and scriptures. I'll start with the easiest one. Don't be an imposter. It'll fuck around and change your roster. That was kind of self-explanatory. Hopefully, I don't have to break it down where it can't be broke. But the other one says this: if you don't peel the layers, you might fuck around and miss your biscuit and end up with an onion. Now you out here crying for absolutely nothing. Let me break that one down where it can't be broke. When people say my peoples, my folks, my ancestry, my lineage, things of that nature, I wonder, are they selectively selectifying their peoples? Are they selective people processing? Let me take it a little further. This is going to be quick. Some of y'all brains might get hurt. Some of y'all get mad. Some of y'all might shit on yourself after I say what I'm about to say. But I'm pretty sure if you were to go ask your grandma, your great grandma, if you had a, if you ask your mama, your grandma, and if you have the fortunateness to have known your great grandma, or just look through your photo album, family photo album back in the day before we had smartphones. You know how to take little Polaroids and all that type of shit. You might find out that there's some people in your history, in your ancestry, that you wouldn't identify, or they wouldn't identify, or call themselves black, or Afro-American, or Negro. Are those your people too? So when you telling your story, are you being selective and trying to carve out a roster to make yourself become an imposter so you can act like, oh, it was so bad for me. Oh, I came from this. Oh, I came from that. Like the young lady said, some of your folk might have been folk that was doing your folk wrong, and it might not have nothing to do with the white man. Or some of your folk might have been folk that might have been white folk, but you keep on to call yourself black. I think this thing black, and of course I understand how we use it, and for the sake of conversation, okay, whatever. We'll just use these crayon colors to, I guess, put markers on who is who. But do it tell you what is what? Just something to think about. I'll land there.
That's right. Let it breathe.
Let it breathe. Yep. You know it. Let that
breathe. Go ahead, Slide. You got it.
Nah, I'm good, man. I'm just sitting back and listening, man. I've heard a lot of conversations. I think the point that stuck out to me the most was the amalgamation theory. I don't think we ever got to that, man. It seemed like everybody saying amalgamation was basically saying that white people created black people in America, which has some wild implications. So it's just good to hear my indigenous people in here sticking to their guns, letting people know what it is and not giving in to that white supremacist talking point. But yeah, man, I'm loving the conversation. I'm loving the rhetoric. Once again, make sure you follow us in the Darker Truth, man. We'll be here every day, making sure we keep the conversations heavy and light at the same time. I'm Landslide. Tap in, you heard? Let's keep it moving, though. Have some decorum, let people land. Let's get it.
Yes. I've been enjoying the conversation. I've been saying that for the longest. We need to find our people. You need to find your people. You need to find your tribe. They've lumped us up together for way too long. Mama, your granddaddy, daddy, or whoever, and find your tribe. Because it's important. It's a must. If there's anybody that has been just sitting back and had something to add to the conversation, please request the mic and come up. Anybody? RJ, do you have anything to add? Miss Evans, did you want to say something? I see your hand up.
I'll just say quickly, we could just normalize family reunions. Let's get back into doing that thing. This is how our families were able to keep track of each other. There's digital family trees, there's Zoom. There's so many ways for us to bring humans together, right? Start taking care of that family circle and the elders in that community because they're next in line. If you're blessed to have a lot of elders or any elders, they're next in line. And yes, don't leave any of them out. My app is apping, so I can't see who the brother was that says that, who said that. But for most of us, like my cousin Phoenix would say, if they weren't kin, they were kith. These were families who grew up around each other, who married into each other from the same areas. And why our grandmothers were able to laugh and sit on the porch and talk about how this nigga don't even know that's his cousin, or in some cases, brothers married sisters. Two brothers married a set of sisters, right? So a lot of our family's not too far away. And as we migrated west through the Great Migrations or Trail of Tears, certain families went together. So those last names stuck out through those migrations. I can tell you by county, in California, which cats came from Mississippi, Louisiana, Texas, right? We just knew that there. Our grandmothers knew each other in the 50s, and now these niggas is fighting in the 80s, systematically, of course. Yeah, so that's all I was going to say. Let's normalize family reunions, and then we'll be able to have conversations when we're talking about our true families, getting down to, what's real versus, talking about Uncle Ben and
I think your mic went out, Miss Evans, or is it me?
Nah, her mic definitely went out. Probably ran out of battery, man. Miss Evans, you could talk, girl. God damn. Go ahead, we love you though. Go ahead, King. Who was it, King or was it Drew? I think it was King.
It was King. Go ahead, King.
Yep. So you heard the little homie Black God. I put something in the Jumbotron. I try to warn you about these African folks, but some of you doubt me. So you can go in the Jumbotron. Basically, he's saying in the group, oh, I went to this space and listened to the bullshit this SBA is saying. Okay. But he said FBA are my blood and flesh though. Okay. Let's see. That's just one example. That's just one example. The boy is only 23. I think this is the mindset. I try to warn you. Okay. This is how we play in Africa. Okay. But anyway, I wanted to respond to a brother who said that, I think was the brother who went to Africa and said, oh, I know Africans. I don't demean my people. I don't demean African, but I know that African, when you say Africans to colonial constructs, African from the colonial era are not the African from the 1,000 years ago, 2,000 years ago, and Black American are indigenous. Some of them went to come through slavery, in slave ship, but you have many Black all over the world scattering. So that's one thing. So I like my fellow African, but I'm not considering myself an African because I don't have this colonial mindset. And I don't go to America or FBA to preach, oh, you should do that. You should do this. Oh, let's not fight. No, FBA people, Black American, are on their own rights to fight. They always fought white supremacy. Why we were in Africa making deals with the white supremacists. We were in Africa selling on people in Gold Coast, selling our own people in Congo, selling our own people in Tanzania, okay? So I don't think Africans are in a position to give advice or to give strategic advice to Black Americans. To me, Black Americans are smart. They are the smartest. They face the most ruthless white supremacists in North America. It's literally a horror movie, and they're still here. They're still here. They made a lot of progress. They're the leaders. They're shining. So beautiful people, beautiful brothers and sisters. Shout out to Miss Evans. I like Miss Evans. I like her voice. I think she's very powerful. Shout out to Ashley. Shout out to the Dark Truth. And that's it. I'm not here to coons, but when it comes to Caribbeans, I don't hate Caribbeans, but I know them. I know the culture. I'm sorry. You can say anything you want. Oh no, oh don't stereotype. We like that. Okay, we've been in this tribalism shit, this slavery shit until this day in Africa. There's still slavery in Nigeria, in Ivory Coast, in Senegal, in Mali. Okay, so I know what I'm talking about. I'm not a young boy. I'm pushing 50. Okay, I'm pushing 50. Okay, so Black Americans are not the problem. Black Americans are not the problem. They're the solution. Okay, when you talk about Black people in this world, you're not talk about Jamaican. You're not talk about who else? Oh, Caribbeans or reggae or Ivory Coast or Senegal. You talk about Black Americans. When you Black and you go to Thailand or Japan or Scandinavia, Denmark, first question they ask you, are you Black American? You coming from the United States? No, I'm not Black American. I'm from Ivory Coast. My parents from Ivory Coast. Oh, okay. We told you were American. No, I'm not, but it's cool. You know, so big shout out to the Foundational Black Americans. Big shout out. Love you. I lay my plane here.
Appreciate you, King. Juan, I see your hand up. You got the mic.
What's up, man? First of all, good afternoon to the host and the co-host, and good afternoon. This guy, King, right? Bro, this is not my first time meeting this guy. Probably like 4, 5, 6, 7 times on Spaces, right? Oh, hey, hold on, let me talk. You were talking, I was quiet.
King, you gotta stay on mute.
Yeah, you gotta stay on mute. You gotta stay on mute.
Just let you have the platform. Nobody interrupted you.
Thank you.
One mic on one.
Thank you, right? I've been on 5, 6, 7. Oh my God. Can someone kick him down? Because Jesus Christ. So this is not my first time. It's probably 6, 7 times that I've met him, right? On Spaces. He go on Spaces saying that, oh, I am Ivory Coast. This guy live in France, right? Saying that UFBA, like,
yo, bro, you don't know me.
Oh my
King,
God,
you gotta
Jesus
stay on
Christ.
mute,
Stop
King.
lying. You don't know me.
King, you have to stay on mute.
Jesus Christ.
Stay focused, bro. Stay focused.
Yeah, he's losing his cool, bro. I let you speak all kind of stuff. I was cool about it. All right, so I've been on probably like 6, 7 spaces, and he's going around from spaces to spaces, from FBS. You can catch him on most FBS spaces talking about, oh, Africans hate you. UFBA, you need to stop. You you always say the same thing. Oh, UFBA need to stop attacking Africans. You guys are too nice to Africans. Like, bro, this is not my first time. I know this guy. He said that. If that was me, I would have put hands on Africans. This is the same guy right here, right? Like I can try to see if I can find someone who's been in space with him, right? He go on spaces saying the same thing, right? He's just a guy. We're trying to find a way how to bring peace. He would go out of nowhere and be like think about it. It does not take that much logic,
It's
right?
war, man. We
bro,
war.
let me.
It's no peace, man. What you talking about, Father?
King, I got it, King. Make your point.
You're cowards. You're African cowards.
I'm a coward. My guys,
family.
Stay on your mic,
relax,
bro.
Family, they're cowards.
Stay on your mic,
relax.
Bro. Look at this guy. You act like you're on your period, bro. But listen, right? Like I've been hearing from like 6, 7 spaces, and he goes around trying to find a way. Bro, let's use a logic for a second, right? Because I'm more of a logical thinker, right? If you say all Africans hate America, Black Americans, and you are African, don't that also mean that you hate Black Americans? Like something like just take a little bit of logic to like dismantle your whole entire argument, right? This guy is a self-hating motherfucker. Like I'm sorry for my language, right? He goes around like, trust me, like I want you guys tomorrow catch him in another space. It has the same rhetoric saying that Caribbeans hate Black Americans, that Black Americans should not work with Africans, that Black Americans should not work with Caribbeans. He keeps saying the same shit, trying to bring more division. I don't know if he's getting paid to say this type of shit, right? I don't know if he's getting paid because he going to like every space that I go to, sometimes because I have another account in FBA spaces, he's saying the same shit. Right, we're trying to find a way how we can find a way how to find a middle ground, and this guy's going around preaching hate. So I'm gonna line my point right there.
Okay, Alonzo, I see your hand. The mic is yours.
Hello, everybody. How's everybody doing? The Darker Podcast. I came up here because I want to say about 12 hours ago, this space opened up. They're in right now. I saw the title. I sat in the listener section. I just listened. All right. Many people came on the stage. They started attacking each other. And I said to myself, okay, it's Sunday morning. Where's all this negative energy coming from? And I asked the question why. I said, who are these people? All right. So I'm up here right now just to ask, can y'all kindly introduce yourselves, who you are, where you're from, and who do you actually identify as?
All right, can I go?
I was referring to the Darker Podcast, sir.
Oh, sorry.
You said you want to know where we from and who we identify as? That's what you said?
I said, would you like to introduce yourself and say where you're from and who you identify as, just like the title? Yes.
Would you like to introduce yourself? Say where you're from. Who you're there? I don't know. Host and co-host, I got my opinion about what this nigga just said, but, I don't want to be the one, the arbitrator of what is and what ain't fucking going on.
Yeah. Host.
Yeah, man, this is the Darker Truth Podcast, man. My name's Landslide. Let's just get to the business, man. I'm Nigerian American, and I've been rocking out with the Darker Truth for over 2 years, man. Co-host Ashley, you could go ahead and speak for yourself. Bootlegger, just go ahead and introduce yourselves. This is the Darker Truth Podcast. Listen, this is not an echo chamber. We value everybody's opinion. You can tell by the way we've been moderating. We want to hear everybody bring their ideas, facts, opinions, and thoughts to the stage. That way we can deal with them in real time. Go ahead, Ashley, Bootlegger, whichever one wants to go first.
All right. Honestly, where we from, like where we live at, I want to know why the fuck this nigga need to know that. Like, what the fuck is the point of you knowing where the fuck I'm from? What you gonna accomplish with that? Like, you plan on meeting up with niggas? You trying to find out where niggas live at? You trying to dox niggas? Trying to stalk niggas? I'm just a little slightly confused. My name is Bootlegger, by the way. Yeah, say it right, say it twice. I promise I will treat you right. But why you want to know where we from though, gang? You know what I'm saying? I guess since we talking about ADOS, tethers, FBAs, Indians, I guess maybe it's warranted to ask, what somebody identifies as. But I kind of feel like that should be up to each individual person. I don't think it's a requirement. It does say our names. If it's something you want to know about people, you could probably go to the Twitter and, read what they volunteered. But it just seems very direct and kind of almost out of place to somewhat like, I don't know, put us on the spot like that even. Like, what the fuck? But that's my thoughts.
Okay, I was just gonna answer the question about what is the darker truth. So yes, welcome to the Darker Truth, where the truth is a little bit more grim than the lies. Is definitely a space where, we speak to different perspectives of thoughts. All different types of archetypes of thoughts are welcome. It is not an echo chamber. We speak from everything from conspiracy theory to sci-fi topics, religion, all of the likes, anything that's involving the Black community. We definitely want to garner a space where everyone is able to come to the table, right? At the end of the day, in the words of the founder, TDT, when grandma say come in and come and eat, we can all be fighting and whatever, but we come to the table at the end of the day, have those hard talks, those solution-based conversations, and we figure it out. Okay, so that's pretty much a little bit about the Darker Truth. We are a podcast. We do have some, content and things like that on YouTube, and we've been able to do really great and exclusive interviews from the likes of Brother Ben X. We've also did an interview with Dr. Sebi's son, and what is his name? Bobby Hemmett. All right, so I'm sorry. But that's pretty much it. Just wanted to give y'all a quick little rundown. Definitely appreciate y'all for coming to this space. And we definitely look forward to hearing more from all of you guys. Make sure y'all following the speakers, okay? Y'all really told and lit this stage all of the way up. Follow the host, the co-host. We definitely, we're looking forward to hearing more from y'all. So yeah, that's pretty much it about the Darker Truth. Any other questions?
You know what though? How come maybe I missed it, but dog, that he even offered that. How come you didn't start by telling us where you from?
Exactly.
And what you identify as?
That's
like,
what I want
what's
to know.
up with that? You did. You know what I'm saying? Like, let me be quiet, because you lucky we got Love and Ashley in the building, because I'd have been, hey, let me land my plane. I'm finna finish right here. You lucky they alike. Did you hear him say one mic on Bootlegger? How many bootleggers we got in the stage right now? Because I thought I was the only one. Even though we say bootlegger, it's usually one nigga, not two. So anyway, like I said, good thing that we have kind of. Damn, there you go again, bro. Like, what's wrong with you, bro? What's wrong with you? You came in here, asked the question, right? People went on ahead and entertained your shit, and you can't wait 1 second for your time.
Brother, you can finish when he's done.
I ain't even let you take off.
Let me land my plane.
I ain't even let you take off yet. You talking about some land your plane. Sit your ass down in the corner.
Emotional intelligence.
Listen, I got something to tell you. I got something to say. Sit back. See, the book of Galatians says this. When a nigga can't stand corrected, it's time for you to sit down ignorantly. So take a seat, hold on, I'll let you land your plane as soon as I allow you to take off, but you still on the runway, nigga, in the hangar. So what you talking about? Like I said, luckily there are some of us who are a little bit kinder, so you got a little bit of that. But before you land your plane and start taking off, make sure you understand the GPS destination is. Why did you not get up here? Tell us where you from and what you identify as. I land my plane, nigga.
I'm still here. Guess what? I ain't ran away. I ain't going nowhere. I'm still here. So I need you to understand something, young little emotional brother. And notice I didn't call you the N-word, because that's not how I roll.
Nigga, when you gonna answer the question though?
The reason why I came
Where you from, man?
I want to have a conversation with people. I want to get to know each other. I guess I'm a Black American. My family, my mom roots are deep in Alabama. My dad roots are deep in Georgia. We have migrations to Indianapolis, Texas, and they're alike. So I don't mind having a conversation about who I am. I'm fully doxxed for day one. I'm not some fucking avatar like you. I'm a full real person, a real Black man. Check my fucking profile.
Come down.
Yeah, why you all in your feelings? Look like you the one out your body. I was just performing. I'm a character. I'm just on the stage entertaining. We got a show to run here. You dig what I'm saying? Nah. You really in your feelings. Hold on. Now what I don't understand is you talking about some. I'm matching your feminine energy. So you the one with the feminine energy, because I let you know that I'm not out my body. You out of yours.
Man, shut your ass up.
Nah, you ain't even in this right now, man. Step on the sideline. See how we letting that breathe?
Because the reality is this. Everybody that's in the space, we know each other. So that's why he didn't come up and just say who he was like that, because everybody already know. And it's kind of odd that y'all just pop up. I mean, y'all exploitation.
That's a fallacy that you just said right there. You said everybody in the space know each other, but somebody came on the stage asking about people that they don't know. So see how that don't work?
All the speakers that been tearing the stage up and all that, yeah, we all know each other.
It's been a lot of people speaking that y'all don't know. So how do all the speakers know each other? Man, you know what? If you can't figure out your logic, then you know I'm gonna just let you stay in your logical fallacy.
No, you coming into the lineage world, not trying to share a lineage.
we coming into the lineage world, not trying to say a lineage. Now, see, you getting I think you might be confused about what stage you on right now.
You coming in? No. You confused about the content you're curating.
The content we are curating. I feel a little challenged. Maybe it's not a challenge though. Maybe it's just a misunderstanding. Let him finish what he's saying.
It is. This is the misunderstanding, right? Is the assumption that this is the only space where conversations take place, right? So yes, darker truth. We on X, but we've been in other communities as well, and we provided a platform for people to share ideas, opinions, and more importantly, solutions. You've had a lot of great information come out on this stage that people can actually take into account, use, practice, benefit their people, benefit their lives.
Where your grandma from? Where your grandma from?
Yeah, I already told you I was from. If you wasn't listening, you missed it.
Okay, yeah, I know.
Yeah, if you weren't listening, you missed it. I like that. That was a bar.
The host said a bunch of, you heard me, so I gather he from New Orleans.
Hey, not too much now. I don't know if you were trying to be sarcastic, my nigga.
One mic on landslide, though. We're not going to do that. One mic on landslide. So, yeah, man, like, we providing a platform. Brother, when I'm finished speaking, you can speak. Brother, when I'm finished speaking, you can speak, brother. I promise you get a first class.
Go ahead.
Yeah, so we just providing a platform for conversation. I heard the word exploitation, right? And exploitation makes sense when nothing's given back. But I've heard plenty of solutions on this stage today and plenty of ideas shared that can impact the lives of people that are listening, right? So let's keep the conversation going. If y'all got some opinions, ideas, or more importantly, solutions, we welcome them, we value them, and we want to hear them shared around here, all right? But it's not an echo chamber. We're not just going to all agree with each other. There's going to be some pushback. Let's keep the conversation rolling.
You ask somebody where they're from in the lineage world and they're hesitant, that means 10 times out of 10, they're not a Black American.
Brother, I answered the question directly.
But you weren't the only person that got asked the question, though.
Fair enough, brother. Let's keep the conversation going, brother.
Yeah, somebody don't tell you where they living at, nigga. I think that's in their right to not volunteer that information, man.
You're right.
Right. So fall back then with the extra shit. God damn, nigga.
With their lineage shouldn't have lineage talks, and everybody in here that talk like this shouldn't even participate. Carry on.
Man, this nigga gonna make me say some real disrespectful shit. I'm trying to keep my salvation. You know what I'm saying? White Jesus is trying to say, hey man, I want you to get into heaven now, bootlegger. Chill out now. Spirit of Negulations finna come tear this motherfucker stage up in a minute.
I wanted to know if there's anybody that is on stage right now or listening, in terms of finding your tribes or our tribes. What would be the first step? What would you say would be the first step in terms of, I'm not just talking about going to your mom. Let's say your mom said you would need to find your grandmother. Your grandmother is deceased, for someone that may be in the room that may not have a direct person to get this information from. What can you share to start the process for someone that is in need to find their tribe?
Question was how to dig up your lineage or see where you come from.
Yes, that's the question.
Yeah. I would say, matter of fact, shout out to the homie Sword. He might not be in the room, but somebody I've had some conversations with in the past. One thing that he was always say, and I would start with this, is don't let somebody else tell you who you are or your identity or your lineage. And then he would go on from there and say, or I guess I'm going on from here to say, is start with your family. Start with the people around you. Start with if you have siblings, start with your older siblings, because they was around at a time where you wasn't around. Maybe just a couple years, but that's where to start. Then start with your mama and your daddy. And if you're blessed to have aunties and uncles around, talk to them. And if you're blessed enough to have your grandma or great-grandparents around, talk to them as well. I'm pretty sure it's less likely that you would have a great-great-grandparent around, considering that we don't live into our, 100, 200, 300 years old type shit. But yeah, that would be a great place to start. Start with the family that's right there around you. If y'all grew up in a particular area, start with, okay, well, what neighborhood did my family live on? What neighborhood did my mama live on? All right, go ahead.
So if both of my grandparents on both sides are gone, my dad can't speak. My mom.
Do you know their names?
Yes.
Okay, then you would want to trace your lineage, right? You would do the paperwork, go through birth records, death records. It's plenty of records, military records. It's many of records, and I totally understand when we're having a conversation when our lineage is in a title that we know what your lineage is as well, and you know that bootlegger. But you're gonna learn around these streets now. Okay, it ain't no different than anywhere else. If you're gonna talk about lineage and talk about people and who they are, that's why, hey, the Indians name it. That's why they pulled up. I love Natasha said that. Well, our name is here. That's why we're here, right? And so, again, if you're going to have the conversation, have the real conversation to answer the real questions. Where your people from? Where your great-great-grandmama from? And you know the answer, so just answer it. Damn. But trace your lineage. That's the answer. Start there, and then the rest will follow.
Who was that speaker? Was that April?
Yes, that was April. Thank you for that, April. Go ahead, Slide.
Yeah, so I got a question, just a quick question, right? I keep hearing this word. I'm going to stay on it, right? Because I heard about this is the first time I've ever heard the word amalgamation and ethnogenesis, right? So anybody that's saying amalgamation and ethnogenesis, I need to understand what you mean by that and how you come to that conclusion and how that ties into Black people in America. Because there's some crazy implications that come with amalgamation. I want to know how you guys come to that motherfucking conclusion.
I didn't say anything. Did you hear me say that? I said trace your lineage.
No, not you, not you. I was saying in general. That was a general question.
It's not a general question though, right? And the reality is what happened to your Nigerian family is not the same that happened to my American family.
Agreed.
So stop trying to wrap your mind around it, right? The reality is, I don't care what no one says. Black is my ethnicity, and we are addressing our government, and it's going to stand as that when we get done. And ain't nobody going to stop us. Period. So feel how you want to feel. If you want to operate in race, which is a tool of white supremacy, and what the Democrats really do.
You're really low.
She sound kind of low.
You're really low, April.
So just trace those and stop trying to have.
Yeah, April, you sound super low. We can't hear you.
Okay.
Yeah, you sounded better at the end. You probably should come back on now. You sound a little clear. Yeah, but it was a general question because I've heard that multiple times here about amalgamation. So I want to understand that concept because I've never heard it before. I think Manson got his hand raised.
Go ahead,
Yeah,
Manson.
I just want to say to the host and the co-host, I think y'all did an excellent job. We were able to come together, and it wasn't disrespectful and all that. So it's gonna take some time because white supremacy really got us messed up, man, to the point where we just at each other. So, like I said, it's gonna take. We need a movement here that addresses the concerns of Black people who built this country. But we also need a movement that can reach out for our brothers abroad, and be able to do business and work together and find a way to work. We don't have to be each other's throats. So I just appreciate the conversation and dialogue. We can walk cross street and chew bubble gum at the same time. we want to dislike each other and hate each other because that. So and I think that you all owe it to those of you at FBA. I don't think you should let Tariq speak for you because right now he's the voice and some of the hateful things he's saying to just people that disagree with him. That needs to stop, man, because we don't have time to be making cartoons about other Black people.
What hateful things?
Brother, but Tariq's not here, nor has anybody in this space talked about him, or like. So it's weird that you're bringing him up.
Thank you.
It's like social media PTSD. No one's talking about him. No one on this stage self-identifies as FBA either. So you're inserting an identity of people that are not even here. Why? For what?
Don't talk about behind Tyrik's back. Don't talk about his back.
As to why you're bringing up a man who's not even in the room.
Can I thought we were gonna let me lie.
You don't think that's weak?
Hold on. One mic on Mansa. Hold on, Miss April. One mic on Mansa, then we'll clear the air for you to respond. Go ahead, Mansa.
That man ain't even
what I'm saying is that, let's face it, that's the most popular voice y'all have right now. And so pull your brother's coattail, and you can address the lineage issues as you put it. You could address reparations as you put it. You could be about healing. You know, like Sister said something. Sister Phoenix said something. She said, you sending money to people on the internet, you don't even know if your grandmother and your family doing well. So we can fix our own problems. First fix our families while degrading another culture. And y'all know that he does that, and that's just not right. So fix that.
That's not true. That's
brother,
not true.
I heard, brother. She's like, I heard him do it myself. He did it to me. He talked about my wife. He talked about my wife and all that stuff. That's not right. All that signifying. Talk about the Sister Debbie. No, you don't degrade no woman talking about her breast and bend over. All you women on here, how y'all sit back and let him do something like that? That's the number one.
I don't follow Tariq. I don't sit up in his rooms. I know, but you are speaking to like this. This is that audience, and this isn't that audience.
Well, you got the title say FBA. The title says FBA. I'm not
because it's an identifier.
When you throw a rock at a pack of dogs, run the house.
FBA that has nothing
sister, why
to
you? Why,
do.
Sister, she said you can respond.
Miss April, you're gonna get a chance to respond.
No, because
you gotta make sure that nobody interrupts you.
This is an ISO, right?
Hold on, Miss April. Hold on, Miss April. Miss April. You gotta have some decorum.
This man just goes
Miss April, we allowed you. Miss April,
with the conversation.
Miss April, we allowed you to speak uninterruptedly. Miss April, I'm gonna need you to have some decorum. Nobody interrupted you when you speak. Let the man land, and then you can respond directly. I promise you. We're gonna make sure the space is clear for you to speak, and nobody interrupts you in your point. All right? We're gonna be fair to everybody. Just let him finish. Now, Mansa, 30 seconds. Let's get it. Go ahead, Ashley.
I'm saying, but that's what I'm talking about. You know, we don't even respect each other. We talk about tethers and stuff. We gotta learn to respect each other. We'll be all right. But I'm just saying it to say, I want to say to anybody, whether it's ADOS, FBA, whether it's Africans, let's check ourselves. We don't have to degrade or disrespect one another. You want to heal your community, get and do the work. Get the work done. There's plenty of work to be done. Don't romanticize Africa, and do not romanticize Black America. But to my host and co-host, man, y'all did a beautiful job. This is real family here. This is real family. So I thank you, our host and co-host. It was a real pleasure listening to y'all. Thank you. God bless you, and I love you all. All right.
Real quick, I want to first apologize shout out to the Darker Truth. Shout out to Woo. He put this together for me and you. You know what I'm saying? We like to do this 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. I ain't here every last hour, but I am pretty consistently along with the co-hosts and the other fellow Darker Truthers. But I'm gonna give us I'm where I'm from, we don't do this often, but you know what I'm saying, sometimes you gotta do it. A small apology to the stage and whoever that speaker was that I kind of went off on. He wanted to know where I'm from, so this might explain a little bit of it. I'm from Detroit, Michigan, and if we feel a little slighted, we feel like a nigga trying to like throw a little jab, we gonna yell out loud, get your hand on my pocket, and so we gonna deal with it like that. So that's where that came from. Because in Detroit, we got that slogan called Detroit versus everybody. So a little bit of that came up by my spirit, like, it's a versus situation. But that's where I'm from, Detroit, born and raised. And I also had said that earlier in the conversation, probably about 2 hours ago. So I also was a little bit confused, but you might not have been here when I said that. So it's very well likely that you might not have heard that, and I might have just misconstrued the situation. But yeah, Detroit is where I'm from, born and raised. You feel me? From 7 Mile to Belle Isle and across the other side of 8 Mile. Detroit on the west side and the east side, even though the best side is the west side, but we still fuck around downtown. So, that's where I'm found. Now, as far as how I identify, I'm gonna make this real quick. Some of y'all gonna have your head hurt. You're gonna be scratching, thinking like, what the fuck this nigga just say? But yeah, when I grew up, I identified as African American. Then I thought about it one day and was like, God damn, I ain't never stepped a foot on Africa. What the fuck I got that in my identity for? Shit, my mama, my daddy, my brothers, my sisters, my aunties, my uncles, my grandma, my grandpa, ain't none of them been to Africa neither. What the fuck am I talking about Africa for? I don't even know how to fucking get there. If you ask me to go back to Africa, what you mean go back? I ain't never been there. So I stopped doing that. Then one day I was like, you know what? I'm black. But wait a minute. Ain't too much on me black except the pupils in my eye. Not even my hair is black. It's a dark brown. My skin tone is brown. Why the fuck am I identifying with this word black? Because everything that I hear people using it for outside of somebody's skin tone, it's all negative. Black Friday. I'm sorry, not Black Friday. Well, yeah, that's negative because niggas go out and waste their motherfucking money on Black Friday, spend their last check. That's not a good thing, in my opinion. But if you were black to a wedding, people look at you kind of funny style. If the bride had a black wedding dress, like, what the fuck, is she not pure or something? So I kind of looked at that like, dang, metaphorically speaking, the word black is always associated with something bad. I don't think I want to identify with that neither because shit, I'm something good. Then I'm reading the Bible one day, right? And I come to this verse where it say, let your righteousness be white as snow. And I said, there go that metaphor again. Maybe I'm a self-identify as white. So I start doing that. Now, of course, I'm playing. I'm joking. I ain't trying to be Caucasian, but some motherfuckers miss what I'm saying and they get persuaded into thinking some other shit. Their interpretation don't be with the perception I'm trying to mold and get them to get. So I had to drop that too. So nowadays I self-identify.
Fuck your shit, bro. Fuck your shit.
So nowadays I self-identify as Oriental because I'm real good at math. I land my plane.
Excuse me as well, Alfonso. Shoot, I guess I expect everybody to be a little nosy like I am. For the people that's been in the room, I go check bios and profiles and everything else. So yeah, I didn't think I needed to say who I was because my name is right there under my, my profile pic there. But as you probably can see, I am a country girl. Okay, I am from Mississippi. Okay, I see I got a couple Mississippi family in the building. That's where I'm originally from. And yeah, country girl, cornbread fed. Okay, that's who I am. April, you have red carpet. If you didn't get a chance to land, my love, please go ahead. You got the mic.
I think Mantle left. I ain't really have much to say. Playing the dozens. That's just what we do. We crack on each other, and he up here crying and sounding dense. Like, why are we talking about each other? Shut up! Like, stop crying. Like, that literally is a part of our culture. Like, shut up! It's so crazy. And I don't sit up in disrespectful rooms. So you came up here with your social media PTSD and your hate for one man because that's who you centered in this space when that was never the discussion. That was my point. Like, get a grip. Go write a letter. He did it to me. Aw, he embarrassed you? God damn, he made a cartoon about you? Damn, I think the nigga's creative. He's in media. He's in entertainment. I mean, are you not entertained? Because, goddamn. But you doing, y'all, it was just too much. That was all. Stop crying. Shit.
Let me rebut her response. First of all, no one's crying. And if you think that denigrating people is part of our culture, it's not. We play the dozens, but everything in our culture is not right and exact. Everything we do is not right. We're not building from that, and you're denigrating people and hurting people. And especially, especially some of the things he said about that sister. Black women got hard enough time it is trying to measure up to a white standard of beauty.
No, we don't have a hard time.
Sister, let me finish this, sister. First of all, you took little black girls, a study was shown years ago, and it was done again, sister. You might, sister, have some decorum. Let me finish. Sister, I let me speak, sister.
Well, I'm born in the 70s, so I see where your mind is at.
I let you get it out.
Young people
Could you
let me get my rebuttal out? Just give me without you bringing this old ass, hateful ass energy
sister,
into this
space. She said you could speak.
That's what you did.
She said you could speak. Now let me speak.
You brought hateful energy into this space.
Sister, my host, can you let me finish?
That's what you did. Let these young people have a conversation.
Okay, you want to talk? Go ahead and finish. I'll let you finish.
Let these young people finish having a conversation because you're not saying anything of substance.
Can I finish?
You are here talking about another man who is not even present What part of that do you think is okay?
You just defended say it's entertainment, but let me just say this about black women, right? First of all, black women are known to be more curvy. A lot of black women are what white people say overweight, but they're beautiful.
Why you keep bringing up white women?
Can I, sister? Goddamn, can I finish?
Is that who you measure? Is that who you?
Host, can I finish, please? Host, can someone step in and let me finish, please?
You're not saying anything.
Okay, why don't you let me say it? Why don't you?
Because you keep bringing up white people.
Have some self-control and let me finish, please.
Oh my God, this is annoying.
All right. First of all, let me.
It's not manly of you to talk about men who are not in the space.
First of all, okay. I don't know if you want his wives or something. Let me just finish what I got to say. First of all, black women have a hard enough time as it is being black in a white society. You look at our girls; they took the doll with the black doll and the white doll. And our little girl said the white doll is beautiful, the black doll is ugly. Look at how some of us are dressing, dyeing our hair blonde. So black women don't need to be degraded in no shape, form, or fashion, period. And women that sit there and listen to it like yourself, you ought to be ashamed of yourself. To watch them degrade another, we ain't talking about the tether, as you put it. We talking about another black woman just like you. You don't make sexual jokes and think it's all right.
I ain't heard no sexual jokes. See, that's my algorithm ain't set like that. That's what your algorithm is set to, because that's the stuff you go look for. I am a builder. We build. So
you ain't looking hard. You don't see it.
That's why I don't see it.
So don't tell me about. Don't tell me. And you don't respect our queens.
Everybody
don't tell me that,
then. Right? So I ain't
see, you the kind of woman
it ain't in my algorithm. It's in your algorithm because that's the shit you
he must have pimped you because you must have pimped you. So that's how
ain't nobody
that's how our sisters who want to track
to my children are from my husband. Are you okay? It seems like all you know is stereotypes.
Okay, you keep cutting me off and you taking up.
I ain't gonna lie. Talking about another nigga all day is kind of sassy behavior.
The fuck wrong with you?
Well, he got you. He is pimping you. You taking up for somebody degrading your sister. You didn't hear that.
You
didn't hear him degrade that sister. You didn't hear him degrade that sister last night. You didn't hear that.
Why does it matter? Why does it matter what Tariq said? If you want to complain about Tariq, go complain about Tariq on Tariq's stage, my nigga.
You make sexual comments about
it. Leave Tariq out of this conversation.
You can't because he's your Pharaoh.
I don't even follow him. He's the Pharaoh. Algorithm, nigga.
You can't degrade. Now I said we take Africans out the equation. And he turned around and degrade a sister, talk about her breast and her vagina. You don't do that to a black woman. That's wrong.
You don't get no pussy.
Go ahead and land your plane, man. So we don't want to talk about somebody that's not here. Let's leave all of that out of the conversation. That's all she's saying. Go ahead and land your plane. Because I have a hand up and someone else is waiting to take the mic that's never spoken. So go ahead and land your plane.
What I'm saying, when you all hear it, whether it's anybody, and you hear us degrade each other, put a stop to it. They pulled my culture. I got angry, and I'm a guy who can joke with the best of them. I get angry and I lose my temper. I admitted I was wrong. That's part of narcissism. When you can't see yourself and don't look at yourself and judge yourself, then that's wrong.
Let me pull your coattails, bro. I'm just trying to help you out. It's not cool to be talking about a nigga when he ain't even in the room, my nigga. And then carrying on about it for like an hour. Leave that shit alone, man. Because the more you complain about it, the more we look at you like you lame.
He getting ready to land, say, go ahead, Mansa. Go ahead, Mansa. You got 30 seconds.
That's all I'm saying. When you see the disrespect,
30 seconds.
Say it. When you see the disrespect, I don't care if it's an African, I don't care if it's a brother from here. We should not disrespect one another. All right? That's the bottom line. That's it. And especially these sisters. You shouldn't disrespect them and talk about sexual things when it comes to them. It's not right. Now, host, would you agree with that? Can I ask you I want to ask you a question. Would you not agree that you should not make fun of a woman's breast and her size? Should you? Is that right to do that?
You've made the point. That's right. You've made.
I'm just asking. Is that right? Would you think is that wrong to do somebody like that?
It is, but they're not here, so we want to keep the conversation progressive. But you're right.
Hitler not here. Neither is John Wayne Gacy or Jeffrey Dahmer, but it was still wrong. It's still wrong. That's it. John Wayne Gacy dead and gone, and so is Jeffrey Dahmer. He dead and gone. But yet and still, it's still wrong.
Gotcha.
And it's recorded, and you know it's wrong, and y'all have heard it. Stop that, and that way you clean your act up. You want anybody to take reparations serious. Be respectful. That's it. That's all. And I land my plane with that. Thank you very much. I'm so sorry if I talked about the Fuhrer and it got y'all upset. I apologize.
Can I say something really quick?
So what?
Hold on one second. Be real. I think it was on IA. Hold on, Be Real. IA was next.
Hi, how you doing? Thank you. I acknowledge the host. Thank you for having this space. It's been going on for a couple of while. All I want to say is if you want to know about amalgamation, all you have to do is look at the book Before the Mayflower by Lerone Bennett. He devotes a whole chapter to the subject of amalgamation. That was something that one of the co-hosts asked about. I put the particular book in the purple pill. Have a wonderful day, and I'll step down now. Unless there's a question.
Thank you, brother. Thank you, brother. Could you give us a synopsis on that?
Yeah, no, it was basically that in it, he talks about how black people in dark skin went to white and white skin went to dark.
How many people are talking? I'm lost.
Because of the fact that you had the mixing of the slave masters who were sleeping with the enslaved people.
How many people are talking?
Well,
yo, Be Real, you gotta chill, bro.
I don't think we can hear him. I mean, I don't think I don't think they hear each other. That happens sometimes on Twitter.
Yeah, and I think that I think that B didn't hear.
Be Real, you gotta go down and come back up. Somebody talking.
Yes. So basically, it was because of that. All right, you then had slave masters who were taking mistresses and doing things of that nature, and the with the women who were going with the men. That's why you had the anti-miscegenation laws, which were popping up all over the place. But that's a synopsis of the chapter. And that's not including what was happening with the people who were of the possible Asiatic origins. I hope that answered your question.
Appreciate you, brother. Go ahead. Who's next? Who was next, Miss Ashley?
It was B. Did she get a chance to speak? I think she went down because she couldn't. She dropped down because she couldn't hear. Are you ready, B? You by your mic?
I've been by my mic. I'm just trying to figure out how many people are talking. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. It was just one person. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
And I can.
We can hear you, Be Real. I don't know if you can hear everybody on the stage or not. Ain't nobody talking, so we waiting for you to drop your jewels.
I can hear. I can hear. What made me tap in is because I can hear everybody. They used to do this to me when I started my spaces with this whole Tariq thing. But my thing is, when you gonna talk about something, if you gonna talk about it all. Don't play victim. Talk about it all. That man is him, and you are you. Damn. I digress because I'm getting a feedback on my end. It's not coming from you all. It was coming from my end. I don't know why.
Okay, Sage, did you want to speak? I think I saw your hand up. Or maybe not. Was that you, Sage?
Oh, I was just telling Be Real that we can hear and shit, but I see a couple of hands up. I see Be Real's hand. I thought I seen King's hand up. But anyway, man, shout out to everybody. I'll grab Mike and talk some shit for a minute. How's everybody doing, man? Hope everybody's having a wonderful Sunday. Peace, power, and reparations to everybody. You know, it's very interesting that this room has been going all day. So I just, you know, trying to jump in the mix. He was cracking. Man, so man, bro, you really do gotta stop talking about other niggas though, man. Like, it's okay if you want to just make a quick point, but like the continuation, it do seem like a victim mentality. Like, you know, Tariq ain't out here trying to call him a Führer and shit. Like, y'all be coming up with some words to really indemnify people that is just like, what? Like, some people be calling Black Americans FBA Nazis and shit. Like, where do y'all get this shit from? Like, like, did y'all really grow up in not read about the Holocaust? Like, really, my nigga? I'm really surprised that people feel so hurt about some words. Like, this is Twitter. This is the most toxic of all apps. If you that sensitive, take your ass to Facebook. I'm just saying, you know what I mean? Take your ass to Facebook, you that sensitive. But come on, man. You got, you know, I mean, come on, man. I don't know. But I'm a Black American, you know, you call me whatever. I'm Indian too. But we a little bit tougher than that. I feel like we just a little bit more tougher than that. I don't get it, but that's just it.
Yeah, because you know what, you're not getting the butt in the joke, so man, I can roast with the best one, man. Words hurt people, man. Words hurt people, and we know in American culture when you cyberbully people, you can't be a cyberbully. Get on there talking about people, culture, and making fun of women, and y'all, this is the joke. It's funny. If that was your mama or sister, you wouldn't think that was funny.
You know what's not funny, Hanson? It's how Africans and Caribbeans are actually trying to attach themselves by writing legislation and trying to get reparations while we were talking about it. That's why delineation became such a wild conversation.
That's no problem. Delineate. That's fine. You can talk about that, but you don't got to degrade no one's culture. You don't have to degrade a culture. When we talking about the sister, you don't have to degrade a Black woman who don't agree with you.
Stop telling me.
You don't have to degrade a Black woman. You want to go with the legislature?
You already said that, my brother. You already said that.
Okay, but y'all, no. If it was you, someone laughed at you. You wouldn't think that's so funny. That's I know what I do.
Crazy. This is like the third room that I've seen you in today crying about the same shit.
No, you ain't see me. I did my podcast, and you ain't see me do. I don't do no crying now.
Off the mic.
The champ is here. I'm a champ. I don't cry.
Different space today.
I don't do no crying, Queen. I don't do no crying.
Yes, that's what
I make people cry.
You're literally crying right now.
I don't, sister. I make people cry.
You're literally crying right now. Now you make people cry, but you the peacemaker. But you don't think.
Yeah, I make people cry. If need be, I put my gorilla suit. I got my gorilla suit hung up. I got my gorilla suit ready. I put my gorilla suit on.
You used to be a gorilla pimp back in the day, man.
And I wasn't no gorilla pimp. I just put my gorilla pimp.
Hey, you know how niggas be going to jail, prison, and they come back, their whole life changed. Did you go through one of them or something?
Yo, gorilla.
No, I got my gorilla suit. I'm crying,
like make you just say, "Oh my God, you can't talk about her titties." You get what I'm saying? Like
I'm just saying all the women in the room and think that all the women in the room, especially some of my sisters that are not a size 4, no woman wants to be degraded and talked about like that. See, y'all, that's narcissistic. That's what caused the gym.
I get that. I get.
No, hold on. No, let me just say this.
You already said it.
He just said that it's okay to talk about the women. You're narcissistic, and you can't sit there and take nothing wrong and say it's a better way to do what you're doing.
Brother,
I got you, Mr. Evans. I'm gonna clear the way for you in a second, Mr. Evans.
Brother. Stop arguing with the queens. Let the queens talk.
Hold on. So first of all, I'm just gonna say this. You know, shout out to Mansa and brothers like him being so empowered and adamant about protecting Black women. All right, Mrs. Evans, I see you have your hand up. Let's go ahead and get it. Let's go.
Yeah, I'm not sure who the brother was that brought up what is amalgamation. I'm glad that you brought that up.
That was me.
Okay, yeah. So from an American Indian perspective, amalgamation is a specific term that was used to erase our heirship and lineage here in on the American lands of North America below the 33rd parallel. It's very specific that people have kids by two people having sex. Would you agree?
Absolutely agree with that.
Right. And so those two people have sex and then they have a baby, and then that baby grows up, meets a person, has sex with the person, gets pregnant, has a child. That's how people are born. So it's strange, but also maniacal. You can tell how they did it. Was to give you this general story about groups of people being mixed, and mixed is like such a weird word, right? Mixed with another group of people. Like there was some sort of weird orgy or something that happened, right? And then all these people's like their DNA got mixed all around in a petri dish or something, right? Versus saying these people moved into this area and some of those people met and fell in love with and or raped and killed and or never met other said people that came into the area, right? Like I'm not sure why we don't use realistic terms for our own bloodlines. If my two parents met and had a kid, they're not amalgamation. That wasn't an amalgamation. That was an act of sex and love that made a child. So when you hear that, and especially when you hear the story that's tied to it, it's about slaves and masters. And because we were told in our minds that master means white and slave means black, then there's your amalgamation. But if we know that if in history that black folks had slaves and that white people were enslaved, if we know there's events of that, then how do we? Case in point, niggas always come on, yeah, our America was built on the backs of my people. Okay, do you have grandfathers who were in water construction or were veterans?
That's a cut.
Do you know? Because if not, then those aren't your people. Right? Like we are disassociating actual things for genre or talking points. Like literally, we made a song about like the amalgamation song. We made a song about it, and like because we have, you got to find some sort of humor in this shit because it's clearly erasure to just tell a person, oh, well, do you know the reason why you are who you are is because this group of people enslaved that group of people, and then they amalgamated and a bunch of them had kids, and then there you go. Here you are, like a stork dropped your ass off at the door, right? That's really strange. I don't give a fuck how many Germans moved into Virginia. They just didn't. Some Virginians, wait for it, had kids with other Virginians, despite the immigrant influx. So that's all I was saying. Amalgamation is a complete erasure of American history, and it specifically allows foreigners and people who would like to choose events in history that took place to spell out why you're looking at real alive humans today.
So then, question for you, Miss Lady. All right. So are you saying there's more than one way to be a tether? That's kind of what I heard from you.
Oh yeah. There's way more than one way to be a tether. Doesn't have anything to do with skin color.
Yeah, this goes back to your lineage and tracing it, because Germans are in my family, right? So everybody's story is different as well. So we just gonna keep it a buck, right? Trace your lineage so that you know who you are. End of story. Know who your family is, because your family might not be mine. period. It's really not up for debate. You can't debate me on my family, on what I have, on the land that I've gotten back. No one can do that. Do it how y'all want, however anybody want to do it, but do your own lineage. Some people went through an amalgamation in this country. Nothing is 100%. So there was an ethnogenesis, and I'll send you all of the information, Landslide. I did a whole peer review report on it. So I'll send it to you, right? All things are possible and actually happened here in America. There was a Holocaust here as well. There was an erasure here as well. There is a continuous genocide as well. Like, trace your lineage. That's the answer to everyone's question. Your family.
You know, that slipper that you just threw, it hurt. It hit me right upside the head, Miss April, and I'm just gonna go put some ice on it. But I heard what you're saying.
That's why you gotta stand on top of your genealogy. You ain't got them records, then what are we talking about?
Because just as soon as we can say that there are people that do have admixtures, and we know that they exist, and admixture can be a whole group of people who came here and married one American and stayed here and ended up with that American area and with those American people for generations to come. It could also mean one immigrant found himself in an Indian area and ended up now marrying a woman that and staying in an area with all the people that are not like him. So it could be one. You could have several. You also and only a few of them moved away from the area, and most of them are still in that area today. So it's disingenuous to just throw all of that into one pot and say there's an amalgamation when we know that these are individual histories. And some of them, because our grandparents had 14, 15 kids, because they owned 50, 60 acres of land, and need somebody to work that shit. They had lots of land, lots of kids. Some of them, it's not going to be that hard to find, and a lot of y'all related.
Hey, peep this. Let's say your third grandfather was raped into your bloodline. So your grandfather that you actually take the last name from is a whole different other bloodline. Now it's a complex situation for you to walk it down.
Raped in. Can you expound upon what raped in means?
Just exactly what it is.
Narrative.
Just exactly what it is.
It doesn't.
Somebody. Okay, let me say this. Somebody touched your third grandmother. Okay, a child was conceived. Okay, and then that person went on about their business, denied the child, and guess what? That woman was met up with another man. They got married. Okay, and the rest is history. Whether you like it or not,
but hold up, that's a reality.
Like it or not,
hold up, that's a reality in genealogy. Period. Is that there are going to be ancestors you have with with not correct, bloodline. That's a reality in genealogy.
And it's happening right now. Rape
that can't be explained.
Rape is an event. We got to
still those one off events
on multiple different narratives in the web. But when someone says that happens, you deny it and you want to shush it away and bury
it. Why would we want to deny it? What are you even saying? All I'm saying is, how about this? My grandmother had a child, and that child's biological father is a Johnson, and she married a Taylor, and she got married. So her first child is a Johnson and not a Taylor. It's truly that simple.
That doesn't make that child not her child. To the father of that male that raised him.
It doesn't change anything. It's just wanting to pronounce what they've been telling you about all of this rape that was going on. It's a victimized story when the genealogy that matters in that story
is that child, the first child, is
You know
a
you can go change your
Johnson.
last name right
That
now,
he has
right?
Johnson blood. He's
You know you can
still
change your
whatever the
last name
mother
right now,
is.
right?
But what does that
Just like you can change
matter?
your first name.
What does that? People do that every day. What does that matter? We're talking about following genealogy, and you start talking about rape. We're talking about following genealogy. So
You
in
guys are
that
talking about an
particular
amalgam of
scenario
different things.
that
You
you
guys are
just
talking about a
provided,
multitude of different things, and guess what? That's a part of that web.
okay,
That whole
and
spider
it
web
worked.
of it.
And guess what? In that web, if whatever that story is, all that means is that mother has children from a previous marriage. That's it. And that child has blood from a previous marriage. So when tracing the genealogy of that child, you would need to look at a different father's line other than the new father's line. That's it. But if you're looking for her mother, which does, it's inconsequential what kids that she had if you're looking for genealogy.
Yeah, I still didn't understand what Petty was saying. You need to clear that up, brother.
If we're looking at it from a genealogy standpoint, and you're walking it back, right? And you find that out, right? And then you have other relatives that verify that information, like, yeah, you're supposed to be a Simmons instead of a Johnson. Okay, guess what? That's part of the narrative. You got to accept it for what it is, right? And then you just continue to walk it back. Okay, let's, instead of continuing on this direction, I'm gonna pivot and go to this direction, right? Because we know reality, right? Those things can happen. It is what it is. Or guess what? Let's say your grandfather, your third grandfather, died in combat. Okay, the child was conceived, but then they went off to combat and died. And then guess what? Grandma got married to another man. Okay, but guess what? All of the kids' last name got changed to that man because that man was like 10 toes down. All of these are my kids. I love them and I'm gonna take care of them. When the time comes, they'll find out about their bloodline grandfather. But guess what? I'm taking care of them, so they're mine.
In genealogy, anything is possible. I mean,
I just don't know how that deviates from anything that I just said. All I'm saying is if you're looking for your parents, you're going to find stories, good, bad.
Miss Evans, you're going in and out.
Oh, I thought it was me.
I thought it was me too.
I see Darvid.
Yeah, his hand is up. Go ahead, Darvid.
It was good, Joe. My app was glitching earlier, so I decided to leave. But what I was about to say, since on the topic of genealogy and like last name changes, but yeah, doing your genealogy and verifying that is, the number one thing. Also, if you see someone changing their name, right, that doesn't necessarily mean it's from slavery or being assaulted. Men took on their wives' last names too, so especially Europeans, they took on women's last names when they got over here. But I just want to put that out there.
So all that is to say that, y'all gotta really stop playing around, man. Stop picking up these beliefs. Just stand on your genealogy. It ain't nothing. Listen, man. Family Search, I think it's Family Search. That's free. That's free. That's big free. They got a lot of records. You know what I mean? It takes nothing. Just devote about good 20, 30 minutes a day, 5 days a week, and you might get somewhere, and let's just start figuring out who you are. And just go from there. Then when you find these things, accept them. And let me tell you something. Genealogy can be very therapeutic, but you might find some things that can be very traumatic. So, just go on that journey and see where it takes you, man. You never know. You might find out you African for real. We don't know. You might find that record and you right there.
Because it says African on the record.
Says, I have found Africans in people's genealogy. I'm not gonna lie. I found a few Africans, okay, in people's genealogy doing this work. So it's not like it don't exist. You might find out. I'm just saying. I put that out there. You might find out you might find out you're European. You won't never know until you start doing it. But yeah, Family Search is free. Ancestry gives you a 14-day free trial. You know what I mean? There's many ways you can go about this. Look up, I'll give y'all real free game. This is some shit genealogists really don't want to tell y'all niggas. I'll give y'all a little bit of free game. Look for genealogical societies where people are from. So much there.
Appreciate you, brother. Anybody else had anything to add? We're getting somewhere. This is good.
I gotta get ready to go. Just in closing, I just also wanted to say that this has not been a 12-hour space. You know, that was something else that was said, another inflation of shit. But I just, good space. This was a good space. Nice seeing y'all in Twitter. All of you. You know what I'm saying? I like the different perspectives. I like to push back. It's always good. It's always healthy. And disagreement should never result in disrespect, right? I think we can absolutely disagree without disrespecting each other. And Black Americans are just at a space where we're demanding respect. You're going to respect the things that happen to us here, the things that we fought for here, especially when you want to come here and act as if you went through it all. And if you can't act, if you don't understand that, then we're not supposed to be friends. We're not supposed to build. Fuck you. The reality is that we're going to survive in this country. So it's get right or get left. Period. Get down or lay down. Because this is our country, regardless of how you feel about it. While you're here, right? You're not even handling your business where you're supposed to, but want to tell me what I'm supposed to do. But great space. I look forward to more spaces because I know it won't all be just about, this particular topic neither. I know it's a plethora of topics. I can't wait for the wealth vote. You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot of layers within this collective of young people. So shout out to y'all. And I will be seeing y'all around. Peace, power, and reparations to the people.
Pieces.
Yeah. I'm not gonna hold you, man. Y'all been cooking, man. I've been learning a lot from y'all, man. I got some new words, man. I got some new words to add to my lexicon. Anybody else want to come up here and get their thoughts, opinions? It's not an echo chamber, man. We welcome all opinions. Come through, man. Lay your facts on the table, and we'll deal with them as they should. You heard? Let's get it.
What it is, bro.
What's happening?
So what's good? Tough in the building. What's good,
Tough
baby?
in the building.
Well rested. Took the day off. I said, fuck it. Rocking out. Yeah, man. Hey, man, shout out to Woo, man. Hey. Yeah, bro, man. Hey, I told you, bro, man. Hey, you a fucking genius, nigga. Yeah. Yeah, man. Shout out to the team, nigga. Like, yeah. Yeah, we in here. Yeah.
Yeah, we've been cooking all day. The conversation has been good. The ISOs has been good. Just us being able to come in the space and just share our perspectives and thoughts, even in the chaos, even in the arguments. I think everybody has taken something from the conversations today that they can use. I think it made an impact. Shout out to Woo for the Dr. Truth. Shout out to the team. Shout out to y'all that's been rocking and chilling with us since this morning. We appreciate each and every one of you. Please follow the host, follow the co-host, and you guys are always welcome. I see somebody hands up. Gabrielle, did you have anything you wanted to add, sister? Landslide, was that you?
That wasn't me. Thought Gabrielle wanted to speak. Come on, Gabby, where you at?
Yeah, I'm a little upset, man. I needed to know what the conversation was about earlier. I'm a little lost. I showed up late to the party.
Basically what I found out today, which was interesting, is that there's more than one way to be a tether based off of the history of your lineage. That was interesting. That's probably the most interesting detail I found out today, right? That you can actually tie yourself to a people's history just by using the wrong term, like amalgamation. I think that was the term people were using, where they can muddy the waters and tie themselves into a specific resource that they're not supposed to be, where we kind of at right now, man. Is just understanding the importance of doing the work in your family so you don't get co-opted by a term, right? That word amalgamation forces a certain history on people when they use it. Where if they did their lineage, they might find out that they had no place in amalgamation. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of what's being exposed today. And somebody could correct me if I'm wrong too, man. I don't assume to be right, but that's what I kind of got.
No, you're right.
No, bro, because when it comes to a lot of this, especially like dealing with genealogy and stuff like that in history, like they was taking like we indigenous to all these lands for real, the Caribbeans and the Americans and shit like that. So from my understanding, like they used to take like people from here, send them to Haiti, people from Haiti, send them over here. You know what I'm saying? With a whole bunch of mixed up type things. So like it's like kind of hard to be like just because you're a Haitian, you're not a foundational Black America. Whereas though like your people probably was sent from over here, the foundational Black America, over there to Haiti. You see what I'm saying? And then they make their way back and get shitted on. So it's like, you see what I'm saying? It's like a big mixing pot. Like these people did this shit on purpose for real. And instead of us like trying to figure out the shit that unite us, we keep like cherry picking on the shit that divide us. So when that like be a part of like they like the people that got us in this situation, that's a part of their grand plan to divide and conquer. Because mind you, like the shit that they do to us, this shit ain't like going like they planning hundreds, if not thousands of years ahead. I'm hearing the fact, man, like we like 1,015, like 1,000 to like. Oh, I mean, that just doing my research on it for real, and my understanding. Just like just like the Haitian Revolution and the Louisiana Purchase and all of that type stuff. You see what I'm saying? Like it's crazy work for real. Like hell, even the freedom in like Mexico when they was enslaved, it was a foundational Black America that went down there and did that for real. I forgot his name, but led a revolt down there. You see what I'm saying? And who's to say that motherfuckers after they led the revolt down there, they ain't go down there and stay and made a life down there. And then when they peoples migrate like hundreds of years later up here, like are they still not a part of that heritage? Even though they root, when you go to the root of it, it comes from us, the foundational Black Americans for real. So I don't know. It's just like big confusion for real. And I think we need to focus on before we get into all this where you from type shit, we need to focus on getting this motherfucking boot off our neck. Cause it don't matter where you from. Like, yeah, nigga. Like, yeah. It's the same shit. They don't see that. They just see a skin color.
I don't want to say the name, but hey, I gotta read what it say. It say fuck all white pigs. You go ahead. You had something to add to the conversation?
Yeah, I just wanted to respond to the dude that was just talking. Yeah, that's gonna be a complete no, sir. It doesn't matter if they came from America and went down there. When they went down there, they became a different people. We're not the same people. That's a totally different group of people, and we didn't start this. We didn't start this division, and white people didn't need to start this division. These people start this division enough when they come up with these things like Yankees, Yanks, and it's a couple other terms that Caribbean people have. I know Akata is terms that African people have, but we're not talking about African people right now. We're talking about Caribbeans. I mean, I do share the same consensus that people of the Caribbean are indigenous to their own lands, but I mean that's their lands. That's a completely different culture and lineage than our lineage. Just because if they were to have originated from our lineage, or people in Mexico or people in the Caribbean, they went down there and pretty much integrated with an entirely different culture. They do not come from the same stock, background, or culture as us. So that does not qualify them to be called us or to be associated with us. So no, sir, I completely disagree with what that gentleman just said. We're not the same people.
Yeah, I got some.
They are completely. Hold on, let me finish. They are completely different people. They are not our line. They are not our lineage. They are their people, and they cannot qualify for any of the things, our resources, or anything that we have here. So no, that is not the case. And like I said, we don't need to be the ones pushing division. We never were the ones pushing division. We weren't thinking about these people. We have always been thinking about our family here, our people here, doing right for our people here, while these people sat back and kind of cultivated these anti-black. Well, first of all, they have huge anti-American sentiments in general, and they kind of like pretty much bunch us all in together with America as a whole, and they're anti-American and they're anti-black American. Like I said, they call us Yanks. So I mean, they don't even have respect for our country. They look at our country differently. They don't have the same love for our country because their ancestors weren't here building our country or doing for our country like our ancestors were. Our ancestors have shed blood, sweat, and tears to build this country. My grandfather, for example, was a sharecropper here. He owned land here. He tilled the soil here. These people didn't do that. I don't even know if these people tilled the soil in their own land. So they're not us. They cannot be us, and they never will be us. I mean, I don't have a problem with these people, but it just is what it is. They're not our lineage. Simple as that. And
all right. I got some pushback on that, right? Because you keep speaking of culture, right? And I'm gonna argue the fact that, nigga, the culture that we live in right now is not really our culture. This culture,
man, you
just
sound like a tether, bro.
No,
you sound
like
no
a tether. Fucking tether. Get out of here.
You sound like a tether.
No. Come on, bro. I let you land.
You are a tether. You're a tether.
Bro,
and stop trying to tether these people.
I never, bro. My lineage,
as simple as that. I don't care what you say.
No, come on, bro. I let you land.
Trying to talk about we don't have a culture. You sound like a clown.
No. Hear me out. Stop being butthurt.
I let my plane. I'm gone.
Relax. Yeah, you been landed, nigga. Fuck you, mean. I'm gonna argue the fact that our culture changed.
Hey, don't use that word. Don't call me no nigga.
I use what the fuck I want to use. Fuck you talking about, nigga? You know who you talking to? Got me fucked up.
Nobody, nigga.
I gave you the respect and I let you land your plane.
That's what I'm talking.
I gave you your respect and I let you land your plane. You come off the mic and cut me off. Nigga, you disrespected me first, nigga. You cut me off. That's disrespectful. I was respectful and let you land. You come off the mic and disrespect me. I ain't even finished my sentence, nigga. Fuck is you talking about? Now, what I was saying was our culture changed.
Don't nobody care what you was saying.
Man, shut up, bitch. Once we got integrated, our culture changed. Yeah, whatever, nigga. Your grandmama a bitch, nigga. Fuck is you talking
your grandmama's
about?
a hoe, nigga.
My people been over here owning land forever, nigga.
Your people ain't been over here.
Land in the Carolinas, nigga. We always been here.
You can't trace your genealogy.
Tether,
you can't trace your genealogy. You a tether, nigga.
Yeah.
You can't trace your genealogy.
Start over here, nigga.
No, you can't. Stop lying,
nigga.
Stop lying. Your family don't trace past 1950.
Over here.
Your family don't trace past 1950,
we were never slaves over here, nigga.
You right. Your family was never here.
Yeah,
your family was never here.
We still here, nigga. Owning land, nigga. In the Carolinas, nigga. You bitch ass nigga.
Emotional ass.
No, you
emotional
bitch.
ass nigga.
I'm emotional because you cut me off. Then go cry about respect. You don't want this information to get out.
You hear this emotional ass nigga?
No, because you're a bitch. You got emotional first. You hear this nigga? Hold on. This nigga get emotional first. Cut me off with one sentence. Disrespect me, calling me and they're telling me I'm emotional. You're a fucking fag. You make us black Americans look bad, you bitch ass nigga.
You're not a black American nigga.
Nigga, how you gonna tell me what I am? Nigga, fuck out of here.
I just told you.
Yeah, I know, with no proof, bitch. Fuck out of here. You emotional, nigga. You was raised by a single mother, bitch. That's why you acting like that, nigga. You don't got no father. You don't got no father, nigga. I know who my father is, nigga.
I know my father, my grandfather,
and my great grandfather.
Yeah, you exposing yourself.
I got uncles and all of that, nigga. You ain't got none of that, nigga. You ain't got none of that, nigga. You acting like your mother. You acting like your mother, nigga. Stop acting like your mother, yo. Be a man, nigga. Be a man, nigga. Be a man. Stop acting like your mother. Be a man, bro. God damn. You acting like that 85% of niggas that grew up without a mother. You emotional. Can't even let a man finish. You can't even have
where you get that statistic from? You said 85% of men grow without a mother. Where you get that tether statistic from? Tether?
From your mother. Fuck did you talk about? Nah,
emotional,
I'm a tether.
nigga.
Yeah, I'm emotional. I'm emotional, but this bitch ass nigga say, I didn't land my plane. Nigga, sit back, let him land his plane. He say, I land my plane. Motherfucker get to speak and say 2 words he don't like. His bitch ass come out the mic, but want to tell me I'm emotional. Fuck out of here, nigga. You act like your mother. Stop playing with me, nigga. Like I was saying, before I got rudely interrupted by an emotional ass bitch that was raised by his mother. You see what I'm saying? Like, our culture is not our original culture. This is not the culture. The culture that we live in now is not the culture of our forefathers.
Anti-American tether ass up.
Look at the bitch. Look at him. This is not the culture of our forefathers that build these great nations like Black Wall Street and shit like that. This is not the same culture. The fuck? And if you align the shit that we were building when we were building this fucking country, nigga, to what we doing now, nigga, our fucking ancestors and our forefathers be turning in their fucking grave. Especially when you got emotional ass, bitch ass niggas coming out the mic like, yo, you see what I'm saying? So I get it. This is not our culture. We talking about it's our culture because it got popularized, because it's our destruction. They popularized.
It's not your culture, nigga. It's not your culture. You a tether.
Nigga. Nah, bro. You a tether, nigga. You a tether. You let a white man depict what your culture. Nigga.
Yeah, keep exposing yourself. Keep exposing yourself.
Nigga. You a tether to the white man, you bitch ass.
Yup,
you a tether to the pale face. Fuck out of here.
Yeah,
fuck out of here, nigga. I always been over here, nigga. My people's always.
I like to expose tethers like you.
How? How you exposing me, bitch? Let's get it. You bitch ass nigga.
You exposing yourself.
Yeah, I know, right? I'm exposing the truth, nigga. You don't want to hear the truth because your information only go back to what, the 60s, nigga? When we got integrated, you count that as a culture, nigga? I'm trying to go back before the integration, you bitch ass nigga. I'm with segregation, you bitch ass nigga. But you want to tether to the white man, nigga. Your people was up there fighting and getting spit on and all of that shit, and just to eat in the fucking white man restaurant, nigga. Nigga, you was behind the dream, you bitch ass nigga. My people would say, fuck them. We wanted equal rights under the law. We ain't want to be connected to them niggas, nigga. You stole out, nigga. You wanted to join your fucking league. You wanted your people to go in the NFL and the Major League Baseball, nigga. We was cool with the Negro League, you bitch ass nigga. You's a bitch. Want to tether to the white man. Fuck is wrong with you? They gonna try to talk about this our culture. No, this ain't our fucking code. This shit is new, nigga. Shit ain't even over 100 years old.
How am I tethered to the white man when the white man tethered
how the fuck is that? How the fuck is this our culture? How the fuck is this our culture and ain't even 100 years old? You bitch ass nigga. This ain't our original culture, nigga. What the fuck is we building? Our culture was building, nigga. We ain't built shit. We ain't built shit in years, nigga.
You're right. You didn't build shit. You right. You and your family didn't build shit. I'm glad you're telling the truth.
Family cool, nigga. Family got tobacco farm. You're a hoe. You're a whole hoe. That's how you know. No,
you said you. You're not speaking for nobody else but yourself.
I said we, you bitch ass nigga. You the tether.
Yeah, you.
You the tether. I'm trying to get our people together.
That's what I said. You.
People up as
like you're not speaking for nobody but yourself.
But your bitch ass keep trying to cause divide. You the tether. You a hoe. You see what I'm saying? So I get it. You doing the white man's job.
Nobody
nigga.
In this room
you
agrees.
You doing the white man's job. You want to keep watering down the pot. So
nobody
niggas don't
in
know
this
what the
room
fuck
agrees.
Going on. You wanna keep us at integration, nigga.
Nobody in this room agrees.
Segregation, nigga. Fuck is you talking about? I'm trying to get left the fuck alone so we can keep going up.
Segregation, nigga.
You bitch ass nigga. Yeah, I know, right? A wise man may seem foolish to a fool. You bitch ass nigga.
Not wise.
But and you know who told me that? My grandfather. But you ain't had one. You bitch ass nigga. You was raised by. You probably got your mama last name, bitch. Your lineage traced back through your mother. You bitch ass nigga. You ain't even get your father last name. The fuck out of here. I hate you niggas that don't even know yourself. Fuck is you talking about? Like I was saying, if I was rudely interrupted by an emotional bitch.
Nobody cares what you saying, bro. I'm just letting you know that.
Yeah, I know. You just hurt. Yo, it's hurt. Boy. God damn. Yo. Stop it, bro. Stop it. Be a man. Man up. Stop acting like your mother, yo. You probably was right there watching your mother put on makeup and shit. As soon as she leave and go to the bathroom, you try on her lipstick, you bitch ass nigga. You giving that type of energy.
That's what you used to do because you just got real vivid.
You act just like a bitch. I'm not even gonna lie.
Real vivid. You just got real vivid with the details. That's what you used to do.
For respect.
You got real vivid.
For respect, yeah, because I know how you niggas are.
I don't ask for respect. I take my respect.
I say to the empire. You probably
I don't ask for respect. I take my respect. I take my respect.
Yeah, you ain't getting no respect from me, you bitch ass nigga. You's a bitch.
I don't need your respect. Who the fuck are you?
But you still a bitch.
You a nobody.
Yeah, you are too. Who are you? But a bitch. An emotional bitch. With your mama last name. Fuck out of here. Can't even trace that shit, nigga. Probably don't even know who your father is. Fuck out of here, nigga. Like I was saying. Yeah, whatever. Everything you said was babble, bitch. Like I was saying. We got to go back to the old ways.
You wasn't saying nothing.
Yeah, I know, ho. We got to go back to the old ways, man. You see what I'm saying? We can't keep letting
go back
these
to your country, nigga.
We can't, nigga. This is my country, nigga.
This not your country.
About? Yeah, prove it. Oh, all right, now. See, just talk. Just like an emotional female. Just talk.
Go back, nigga. Go back.
Just talk like an emotional female. You probably dye your hair and all that shit.
Go back. Go back. Go back.
You probably dye your hair and all of that, nigga. Don't you? What color of hair you got in now? Blonde? You bitch ass nigga? You acting like what? Yo, You acting like a white bitch. That's even worse. They're acting like a bitch.
These tethers always got an obsession with homosexuality.
Nah, fuck you mean. I call it how I see it. Nigga, you not acting like a man. You acting like a male that was just raised by a fucking woman. You're an adult male. You're not a man. Fuck is you talking about? There's a difference between a man and an adult male. You see what I'm saying? You're not acting like a man. You acting like a bitch. You practicing toxic femininity. You got it from your mama. I get it. I understand. I don't agree, but I understand. You hurt right now. You triggered. You see what I'm saying? You ain't had no father in your life to teach you fucking respect, dignity. You see what I'm saying? Morals and shit like that. You don't got no honor. Because you ain't had no father. You ain't had no grandfather. You ain't had no uncles and shit. You see what I'm saying? It was just your mother and your aunties and your grandma. You was hanging around Big Mama and shit. You bitch ass nigga. Like I was saying, though, we got to figure out what our people and what our culture was before integration. You see what I'm saying? Because our culture done took a fucking nosedive since we integrated with motherfuckers. We have become like our enemies. You see what I'm saying? Niggas vitamin D deficient.
No, nobody
niggas ain't out there. Niggas ain't out there in the sun.
Nobody sees what you saying. Stop asking that.
All right, ho. I got you, ho. You just emotional and triggered, bro. Like, god damn. I see why your father left. I see why. Because you acting like your mother.
Steady spouting all these tether ass stereotypes.
I get it. No, this ain't no tether stereotype,
you don't
nigga.
Got no mother.
Yeah. I can say that. I can say that, right? I can say that, right? Wait, tell you why I can say that. Right? Because I grew up in the hood with a father, right? And while I'm growing up in the hood with a father, guess what all my other homeboys didn't have? A father, nigga. Fuck is you talking about? So they act like you. So I get it. I grew up around niggas like you the whole time, nigga. Fuck is you talking about?
I got a question for you, bro. You said something that I want you to expound on while you was talking to this other nigga. When you said something, you said our culture ain't what did you say? The culture that's here now isn't the culture from the people back then. What you mean by that?
Cause bro, we was more on uniting. You see what I'm saying? We was more on building. We was more on family. I mean, just look up the statistics. Look up the marriage statistics. Look up the out of wedlock and inner wedlock statistic and shit like that. Everything just did a 180, bro. Look up how back then, how long the dollar stayed in the black community. We had everybody beat. The Jews, the Asians, everybody. Now look at it now. Integration fucked us up. Because bitch ass niggas like, yo, you see what I'm saying, had a dream. They wanted to be around the white people. They wanted to get sprayed with water hose and dug sticked on them and shit like that. Just to eat at the goddamn white man establishment while he's spitting in their food and poisoning them and shit. And they ain't care. They wanted to go to their schools and shit. Now you run around, look, we was more educated. We were inventors. Had the shit that the whole fucking world using that we don't get no credit for right now. We were inventing. You see what I'm saying? We ain't doing shit now. That's why I say that. It's in the stat. The proof is in the pudding, bro.
So that, but my question. But here's my question though.
Nigga not from our lineage.
Hold on.
Our people didn't want to integrate in. Our people got burned out of our shit, nigga. You stupid bitch.
Hold on.
Fuck is you even talking about?
And we still kept going, nigga. Fuck is you talking about?
Tulsa got burned down.
That's why the civil rights. That's why the civil rights. You don't even know. You don't even know your lineage.
That's
why the civil rights before it was hijacked.
You're not from our lineage.
That's why the civil rights before it was hijacked. The civil rights was we wanted equal protection under the law. We didn't want to integrate. Martin Luther King hijacked that shit because he got that money from the Rothschilds and them. You bitch ass niggas. And the Rockefellers and them.
You a tether, little boy.
About? Yeah, I know. You just mad. I hit a lot of points, man. I know. You acting like your mother. I know you acting like your mother. Yo, stop.
Yeah, all people just all people just integrated in. They just wanted to integrate in. They didn't do no fighting. They didn't get burned out of their shit. They didn't get ran out of their shit. They didn't fight for their shit. They just integrated in like some pussy.
Stop acting like your mother.
Sound like a bitch.
Stop acting like your mother. I got you. I got you. Ma'am, relax. Two grown men talking. You ain't had shit to do with this, man.
Stop trying to claim all these.
Yo, man,
tried to integrate some Caribbeans and some Mexicans in our
That is crazy.
Man,
but hold on, to both of y'all. So this is my question, right? I bong, right? So tough. A lot of times when I hear the integration point, right, I hear like wanting to be with the white man. But what about going and get what your tax, going and getting the equity that your tax dollars paid for? What about that? Is that a good part of integration?
Bro, we was getting taxed anyway. That's why we wanted, and we ain't want integrated. You look at the civil rights movement, why it started. We wanted,
but the tax dollars wasn't going. The tax dollars wasn't building up the community that they said it was supposed to build up, though.
Yeah, I get that.
So it's like, if for every dollar I make,
that's what I'm saying.
But taxes was made for war. Taxes, the only purpose of taxes at the time was for the war. And
that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Well, no, the taxes also went to public projects, though.
That was after the war. As you look at a lot of them projects and shit, like we got one in Baltimore right there, Gilmore Homes and shit. That was like army barracks and shit.
Our people integrated in so we wouldn't be targeted. That's
Nigga, you got targeted more, you dumb motherfucker. We still getting targeted.
No, we didn't get targeted more.
We still getting targeted. Why you bitch ass niggas out there?
They didn't come in and burn down whole neighborhoods
now every time a police kill them.
Dummy.
Nigga, we're still up there. Nigga, we're still out there getting targeted.
Are you stupid? Nigga, stupid? They didn't come in and bomb entire neighborhoods that we integrated into.
What the fuck you mean?
You stupid dummy.
Bro. The last bomb that went off, what? The last bomb that went off was in Philadelphia, was in the 80s. That was after the integration. You dumb motherfucker.
Yeah, that was for the push organization because they targeted themselves. They separated themselves and they bought a complex and they all went into that complex and they were able to be targeted. You dumb piece of shit.
Was that before?
You don't even know the story. Stop speaking on shit you don't even know, bitch. You're not from our
Did they drop a bomb before or after the integration?
No, it was after.
They dropped the bomb after the integration when the people from Push bought their own specific apartment complex.
Bro. They redlined us and all that.
We still got redlined. And they went into that complex and they were able to be targeted.
Hold on. This is my question, though. This is my question,
they can drop bombs on niggas still to this day.
But this is my question,
integration ain't do shit, you bitch ass nigga.
Hold on. This is my question. Well, for the people that wanted access to their tax dollars, right, it did give them access. Like, if people were getting taxed and that money was being sent to another population's schools, medical facilities, roads, right? Because that was what the whole separate but equal thing was, right? It's like, okay, if you're going to tax me, then the public projects I have in my city or in my neighborhood should be just as equal to the public projects you have in other neighborhoods, right? And by that measure, it's separate but equal, right? But that's not what was going down, right? You know that the white schools and the white hospitals and the white communities in regards to public funding, right, which comes from those tax dollars, was way above the standard of what was going into the black community, right? So basically the black community was just being robbed at gunpoint, right? That's what segregation was doing. It was literally, as much as the dollar was circulating, it would have circulated even more if taxes weren't being funneled into these white communities, right? So in terms of integration, I mean, you have to say that in order to get, in terms of getting access to the black tax dollar, right, that was a success, right? Now the issue was, right, is in getting access to that tax dollar, motherfuckers started spending their money with other groups of people, right, versus their own. That was the real issue. Wasn't necessarily that they got access, because there's plenty of groups that do that, right? We know the Chinese, they come in, they get taxed and everything, but they just choose to separate. But by law, they're not segregated. So they can go out and they can go into white spaces and make money and provide services and do what they need to do. But then they bring it back to their own community and build it up, right? Isn't that the core of the issue right there? Or am I missing something?
Well, I agree with that. I agree with that to a certain extent.
because it's like in certain places, like where the city was majority white, and they still kind of had some form of segregation. It was like mixed integration. Like in Chicago, for example, you had neighborhoods, you had basically like black people integrated into the city of Chicago, but the neighborhood was still separate. So they were able to keep that neighborhood able to keep that neighborhood impoverished. So it was like the surrounding was integrated, but the fact that the neighborhood was in a white city, and they were able to keep the neighborhood underfunded, those tax dollars were still low for that neighborhood, as opposed to somewhere like Tulsa, Oklahoma, where it was a majority black neighborhood, but it wasn't in like a majority in a big majority white city. So they were able to really have like high tax dollars. So I mean, it was kind of like a little bit of both. But for the majority, because I feel like Chicago is kind of like a separate case. For the majority, I agree with you. They were kind of able to access tax dollars a little bit better.
Yo, why? That's so crazy, bro. Like, why don't they ever teach that though? You know, like I feel what you're saying, Tough. I mean, somebody can. Who was that that's talked about tax dollars going to the war? Could you bring that up? Because I want to get the full picture before I say anything.
Yeah, that was.
Like, can you explain that?
I mean, that's more or less going back to, like, where did all these taxes come from? Because if we go to war with somebody, guess what? We're gonna need money for tanks, munitions, to feed the soldiers, and all of those things, right? Your civil war, right? So that being said, when you pulling from the economy's not making money. You don't have people working regular jobs to fix the roads, to work in the public, the local government, any of that stuff, right? So when you come back from war, you got to build the economy back up, because you just stressed it out by taking the sweat equity out of it, the people that was working, But it just so happened that taxes became a standing thing, just like your military became a standing thing, And I mean, I'm still walking it down, but that was the initial premise behind taxes. Hence why when we go in somebody else's country and we fuck stuff up and we destroy their farmland and their buildings and communities, we got to pay them back, because we fucked up their stuff. Because now they don't have a means to making a living and feeding their family. It's very impactful for the economy. So hence, tax dollars keeping the infrastructure going.
Damn, so I can't even trust the taxes no more. Is that what I'm hearing? That shit funny. I can't even trust the taxes. That shit crazy. Oh shit.
That's what Elon Musk talking about, all that shit right now, where all our money going, that billions of dollars and shit of taxpayer money going over there. Basically, like, man, funding terrorist organizations and all of that. There's a lot of shit getting exposed right now.
Yo, but you know what's weird about that, right? Like, as much as we talk about tethers and indigenous and this, that, and the third, like, it's crazy that this nigga is South African, like, settling American affairs. Like, y'all don't think that's crazy? Like, that shit kind of nuts, though. I'm still trying to figure out this nigga end game, but it's like, I don't know, that's just weird to me. Is he even a citizen? And he got access to the government like that? That's kind of crazy.
Yeah, not only is he a citizen, he's an African American citizen.
Why do you say he African American? Why do you say that?
I mean, he is South African. But at the same time, it's dual citizenship, right? But I mean, it is what it is. But on paper, yeah, one of us, in theory.
Nah, he wouldn't be African American.
Nah, he ain't one of me, because I ain't no African.
I know somebody was gonna catch it.
Yeah, South African American is crazy. But like, I don't know, man. The nigga saying he finding bread. Like, it's just for that nigga to have that much access is kind of.
I just be tripped.
Go ahead.
No, I would just say, I'll just be tripping out these niggas that got out the boat and shit doing slavery, going to tell a nigga that's indigenous to this land that he a fucking tether. Niggas geeking. Like, my people's always been over here.
You just talking all that
it was never no slave in my history.
Afro-Mexicans is us shit, man.
Nah, nigga, I ain't talking about Afro-Mexican, nigga. I'm on the East Coast, nigga. I just told you.
You said something about some Mexicans being us.
We was in the liners, nigga. We was in the liners.
You said something about some Caribbeans being us. Like, I don't know what you talking about.
I know what the history is, nigga. We went down there and fought them wars, nigga. We went down there and fought them wars, nigga. Same way when Haile Selassie was over there getting his ass whipped by the Italians. It was black Americans that went over there to help them out.
You talking about somebody else's history now. I don't care.
No, that ain't nobody else's history, you dumbass.
You talking about some Haile Selassie, nigga. That's an error.
No, I said when he's getting his ass whipped, we went over there. It was black Americans that went over there and fought for them. Fuck is you talking?
And what do that got to do with us?
No, what the fuck? It was us, nigga, going over there helping them niggas.
So what? So what?
Yeah, see, you's a whole bitch.
No, what's your point? So Ethiopians us now too now?
My point, bro.
So because we went over there and fought over there, so Ethiopians. So let me guess, Ethiopians is black Americans.
Stop being a hoe. Yo, just stop being a hoe.
No, because what's your point? No, what's your point?
Stop being a hoe, nigga.
No, I'm just asking.
I just gave you my point.
Right, so you don't got no point then. You just talking.
No,
babbling, nigga.
I gave you my point.
So you don't got no point then, nigga.
I gave you my point, nigga. We was going everywhere.
You don't have no point, boy.
I can't hear his point if you're speaking over him now. Okay,
no, his
point is that I'm a hoe. That's his point. He don't got no point.
No, my point was
fair enough. You might actually be a hoe, but I'm sure he has another point than that.
Nah, stop playing with me, nigga.
No, you's a bitch. Yeah, but what I'm saying is, my point is, though, this is my point. Us as Americans, black Americans, we were going other places, helping other black people fight their wars, trying to help liberate them. That was my point. So we went down to Haiti and helped them out with their revolution. We went down to Mexico to help them out with their revolution. You see what I'm saying? It wasn't them, the people over there. We went down there to help them. That was my whole point.
Every time y'all let each other speak, I feel like y'all just agree more and more with each other in the midst of calling each other bitches and hoes. It's kind of crazy.
No, because he an emotional ass nigga that ain't even let a nigga
because
finish his
even
sentence.
after he just explained that, I still don't think this nigga has a point.
Hey, Lancelot, you get what I was saying, bro?
Yeah, you basically saying that everybody that said they had a revolution or a war, basically black people went down there and helped them. So it wasn't even just
black
their own
Americans.
people.
Yeah, black Americans.
Yeah, that's
black Americans did not help Haitians with their revolution, nigga. Please
Google it.
No, I think that's true, though. I think that's true. Go ahead.
No, it is true. His foundational black American FBA leader even speaks on that, nigga.
Who's the leader? Who's the leader? What you mean?
Tariq Nasheed. Fuck you ain't watch
That's some tether babble. You hear this tether talking?
Fuck you ain't watch Hidden Colors. He ain't even support his man.
You a tether man.
He ain't even support his man. You just up here talking shit. He ain't even support your man. That's crazy
What
work.
are you talking about? He didn't say black Americans helped them. He said that they had their own revolution. What are you talking about?
No, and they'll tell you that we went down there and helped them, bro.
Who went down there?
The blacks from over here, bro.
Well, what blacks from over here went down there?
You want the names of the people that went down there?
I'm saying, what is it, like is it a regiment that went down there or what?
Hey, you want the name? You got Dutty Boukman. That's DUTTYBOUKMAN. Of course, Toussaint Louverture, he was over there in France, right? He was an officer, right? And you got Jean-Jacques Dessalines. That's just the name 3, right?
That's 3 what?
So they said many
3 black Americans that went down to Haiti and helped them. So you saying those people were black Americans?
2 of them was. Toussaint Louverture, I don't really know where his original origins is, but I know he was raised in France and he was educated and he was in the French military, but he's black.
But 2 of them, that's what I'm saying, was more than just 2.
Bro, what are you talking about? We just said that black Americans born in America go down to Haiti and pretty much help their revolution.
Hear him out.
Did they the main part that helped their revolution? The answer is no. And it doesn't matter because that doesn't have anything to do with black Americans.
He just named 2 black Americans, you bitch ass nigga. Get out your emotions. You must got a wig on. That wig and shit be blocking like shit, like knowledge and shit and comprehension.
Toussaint Louverture is not a black American, stupid nigga. He was born in Haiti.
He ain't say Toussaint. He said Toussaint was in France, but the other 2 he said was from black Americans. That's what I'm saying. But you just so emotional, bro. You just so emotional.
No, he didn't, bro. He just literally said that dude was a black American. Why would you name him? Why would you name him if we just said name black American?
Let's let him speak again.
People outside of Haiti. Those are black men outside of Haiti, right? And then I also gave you 3 people. Everybody knows Toussaint Louv. Most people think he the only nigga that did it. To be honest with you, they think he the only nigga that went over there and was leading the fight.
So what do that got to do with black Americans?
I just gave you.
So what do that gotta? So do that make Haitians black American?
He just gave you.
So y'all niggas don't got no point then.
I gave you a name of somebody that was black, that was from America, that went over there, right? I haven't really digging into if that guy settled there, went back, had some kids with a Haitian woman, made some Haitian black, African American kids. Don't know that.
What's the names you gave again? Give them one more time.
All right, let me pull it up.
Yeah, yo, just listen.
Why you gotta pull them up, bro? Didn't you just say them?
Stop being a bitch. Yeah, he gave it. You ain't listen. You ain't listen.
Hey, tough. Hey, shut the fuck up.
Top of my head.
Dang, who is this nigga? Just came
don't nobody. Hey, Bootlegger, relax. He an emotional bitch that was raised by his mother, so he acting like his mother.
Oh, okay. Give him a pass.
You need some niggas to back you up now.
We try and exercise.
You need some niggas to back you up though.
No, I'm right here.
Wow.
I told him relax, nigga.
What a reach. Right, he protecting your ass, nigga. This nigga, wow. I'm gonna go on mute.
Yeah, he a whole hoe.
I don't even know you, nigga.
That's what I'm saying. He a whole hoe for real.
Is that easy?
I'm trying to exercise the bitch up out of him. You see what I'm saying? It's like exercising the demon. This is Exorcist album. You see what I'm saying? We got get that bitch up out you. You see what I'm saying? Stop acting like a hoe. Be a man.
Anyway, hold on. He got the essence of Poussey.
Hold on. I gotta make an announcement.
Get that peach out your system, nigga.
To anybody that can hear my voice, man, this is the motherfucking darker truth, man. Listen, we love you guys who tuned in for the whole day, man. We've been over 12 hours straight rocking out, man. We done had a lot of great ideas. Listen, make sure you guys follow the top left corner, all right? That is the creator of the space, the darker truth, okay? This is more than a podcast, all right? We offer real life solutions, okay? This is just what our creator would call a nexus point for y'all to tap into a lot of the other stuff that we're doing, all right? You'll be hearing ideas throughout the week, throughout the month, throughout the year, and we really are carrying them out in real time, real life. So make sure you guys follow the space. You see a red ring, tap in. All right, if you guys got ideas, concepts, businesses, tap in with us, man. We here to collaborate. We here to rock out, man. All right, we're gonna be here for a little bit longer. Go ahead, man. Get back to the conversation. I don't know who's gonna go first, but I'm sure the word bitch is gonna come out soon. Let's get it.
Yeah, I was finna say, stop wearing that perfume called Essence of Bitch. It don't smell too good, fam. You might want to get you some cologne.
You just wanted to come up here and say some shit.
I just wanted to say bitch.
Hey, anyway though. Hey, Average, what's the names, Average?
Damn, that nigga just ignores you. He says you a non-factor, nigga.
I'm all in my Haiti research, man. I'm trying to find it, man. I'm trying to get into it, man. I'm not seeing a lot of information. Man. But today I heard Elon Musk be called African American. I think that may have been the crazy. Hold on, because I done heard a lot of the men talk, man. I want to hear some. I need to relax. I went to the spa today, man. Can we get some of the voices from the ladies? Where the ladies at, man? Ladies, raise your hand. Get to the stage. I want to hear y'all voices, man. These niggas is, they starting to fuck up my high. You feel me? Nigga went to a fucking water journey. You know what I'm saying? I was out there in a hot tub and in a cold plunge and in a steam room. Shit was beautiful, man. On a nice Sunday afternoon, man. So where the ladies at, man? Calm, cool, collected. I need some of that feminine energy to calm down these niggas, man. Shit going crazy. Hurry up and get to the stage, ladies. Come on. Shout outs to Jesse. You already know what it is. You feel me? Where's that? Who else is in there? Shout outs to Lo. You feel me? You figured it. Shout outs to Melanie. I see you. Shout outs to who else we got in here? Shout outs to the Queen. Shout outs to Shay. You, I hear you. I see you. You feel me? Man, I appreciate everybody coming through, rocking out with us all day long, man. That's what it's supposed to be. You feel me? Had some hard conversations, some great topics, some name calling. But shit, it was all worth it because I got to get to it today. Who's that? Who that? I hear some feminine energy.
Oh my gosh.
Hey, me.
I've been having some technical difficulties over here.
I can breathe.
Is the conversation still going?
Nah, you here, man. Come on, calm me down. Calm me down. I need like a shoulder rub or something.
I hope it's still some good black folk talk going in this room. Is it still good conversation going on? Okay, cool. Who was up talking? Did I interrupt somebody? My phone is just tapping back in.
Nah, you didn't. We just want to hear your voice. What was the most interesting point you heard today, Ashley? You've been here longer than I. What was the most interesting? Who had the best take? What was the best take you heard today?
It was so much said. The thing that stuck the most for me is, I know history is important. That's very true. Trying to figure out who was in America first, all of that good stuff. But the most important thing that was brought across the room was finding your tribe, getting back to your lineage. And that's the most important thing. It's a lot of black people that I believe don't really understand that concept, don't really understand what that means and how far to go. You get what I'm saying? So I think it was Miss Flowers. It was also Phoenix. It was also I can't remember the other lady name, but they all made that point is to, the only way we can fix this or be ahead of the game and what's going on, what's taking place in America right now is to find our lineage. And that's so important.
That sounded so refreshing to my ears right there, man. Just a wonderful, wonderful voice, man. Sometimes you sound like a newscaster. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I'll be just paying attention because I'm gonna get like some pertinent information.
Oh my God.
No, I'm serious. You really be sounding like that. I'd be like, damn, is the TV on? You know what I mean? Shouts to Miss Evans. I see you, Mrs. Hey, Miss Evans. How you doing, Miss Evans? I see you. I appreciate you for coming through too. A lot of y'all got these little blue badges. What these little blue badges mean? What the fuck?
They're verified.
Okay.
That's
right.
They
big
They're
dogs.
Verified.
Okay. All right, they verified. They got that
Yeah, they paying for that shit.
Okay. Well, they need to pay for not even pay for it, invest in themselves and come get with wealth vault. But we'll get to that. We'll get to that. I'm just glad that you guys are willing to invest in yourselves. But we gonna get to that. But anybody else, man, what was the best take y'all heard today, man? For me, it was amalgamation. I'm gonna keep saying amalgamation. Y'all gonna hear me say that later on in the week too. You're gonna get that word out and have to deal with it. But what about you, Bootlegger?
I can't really pick one singular statement. I will say that I like the fact it's diversity of thought. It ain't an echo chamber. You know what I'm saying? You get to hear different viewpoints, people from all types of places, all different type of persuasions. That's what I would say. Shit, you know what? The best that I heard was quotes from the book of nigga license. You did.
No facts. No, this one was fiery from the beginning. But I do want to say, it's sad to say y'all ain't got to go home But we are going to commence. This was an amazing room. We're going to go ahead and just call it a wrap for today. Y'all make sure make sure you follow The Darker Truth right here, top left. Make sure y'all follow him so that you can get those notifications of every room that opens for the new spaces. So appreciate all of you guys. Appreciate all of y'all submissions. I'm looking forward to hearing more from y'all. Make sure y'all follow the the host and any other person in the room that you heard speak so that you can kind of stay in the rubs of what they got going on. Okay, you might want to hear them speak in another room. So that is it for today. We definitely appreciate y'all. This was a bomb as room. Shout out to all you guys. And I hope y'all have a great rest.